we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. You can see the top of Cassie's head, and that's it. So, hi guys. Let me make sure all the audio seems to be working. Yes, it does. Very well. Good, 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 good. Tonight we're doing something kind of special, and it's mainly because we have a player who's out. Our mighty, mighty, mighty fantasy daddy has some family stuff come up, and we always say real life goes. Bleh. Real life comes first, and so fantasy daddy is out for the evening, which makes us very, very sad. But
Well, we're
the
also down
courage.
Milagros.
Well, we're down with Lagos, but that happened later. But the courageous and awe-inspiring Miss Liz has stepped in to run at the very last minute, and they're going to be running a Monster of the Week game. And I get to, that means I get to play a game, and that's going to be cool. And that means I get to play under Miss Liz, which means I get to be taught by Miss Liz. Yay! But anyway. And I know I can never ever do it justice, but you know what, Miss Liz? What's up? So anyway, that was embarrassing for me.
Good, good,
Good.
Sounds like
good.
it was embarrassing for me.
Ow.
Embarrassed to even hear that. Like, ooh, oh,
But
wow,
we are going to be playing
why?
some Monster of the Week tonight, and we are also going to be doing some fundraising. If you can see in the corner there is the website for PCRF. It will also be coming up in our chat regularly. PCRF is the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, and we are going to be raising funds for them. The link that is in chat right now will take you directly to the donation site. All the donations are going straight to the PCRF. Dinner and a Game is not even handling any funds in any way, shape, or form. This is through the PCRF's donation website, and they are doing everything they can right now to provide relief to everyone in Gaza, because they are doing their best to try and help with that. They are specifically targeted as a children's charity, but I know that they're trying to do everything they can to get as many people out as possible. I know that last I heard, they're one of the big organizations that's trying to work with the UN to try and coax Egypt to start letting people across the border, by providing supplies and everything like that for them if they do are allowed across, because they of course can't get them into their region right now. All that means, though, is that this is a very legitimate charity, that we've made sure to vet first, and that all the funds are going directly to them. So, if you want to do anything to help them out tonight, we would greatly appreciate it. If Miss Liz will allow it, I would like to allow people to do donations in lieu of the normal bits or the normal actual spending channel points for doing all the roles. Would that be okay?
That is 100% okay.
All right. Because otherwise I was gonna cry, because that's all I really had to go on.
No, because I'm a
uh,
horrible and mean person.
Yes, because you're a horrible, mean person. So, if you want to do anything that is in our DAGs list there, if you want to do anything on that, if you want to, like, say, you want to do anything except the sound alerts, because I can't do anything about those. But if you want to do a sweet tea special, you can just contribute a dollar and type in sweet tea special, and we do a sweet tea special. If you want to lend a hand to someone, which is basically a +1 to their role, contribute a dollar, and you can tell us who you want the role to go to. I have the donation chart up here. I can actually scroll down to the donation amount, so we can monitor the donation amount as it goes through. And that is right down here. See, so I see a list, and you see in the comments right here to the right, if you just comment what you want it to go towards, then it will put that up on there, and we will be able to see what you want to happen. You can also comment it in the chat, and we'll be able to see it there. Um, so just take any of the amounts. Like, if you the lend a hand is normally 1,000, it's $1. The sound alerts we can't do, but the sound alerts for let's see, save that one in particular. That's $3. Uh, Try again, which is a reroll, is $5. The gods have spoken is $15, and Devastator is $50. But if you want to do any of those items, just use the donation and do those, and you can go ahead and preload those. You can also do it for like stuff like Hydrate, which is 30 cents. Um, but please do try and keep the donations in whole dollar amounts if we can, just because I don't know if it'll even accept change, but it's okay if it does, because every bit helps. In the meantime, let's say hi to the amazing people who have agreed to take part in this tonight, and let's start out with let's go to my left, Cassie.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. It's been a pretty good week. We finally have a manager.
Finally.
We haven't had one since mid-November.
Oh, that's not a big deal. Whatever.
Yeah.
Mid-November.
Yeah.
You had to go through Christmas without a manager in a retail shop?
Yep.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, we borrowed when
We
we
borrowed.
could.
We borrowed people here and there. Mostly we just panicked and ran around like crazy.
Yeah, it's great. We didn't burn down the store, so it's all safe.
Everything's
That's
fine
good.
because the store is not burnt down.
We thought about it.
Sag.
So, who are you going to be playing tonight? Because I don't think any of us know who the other is playing this evening. At this point, I've got your name. That's it.
Yes. So I don't know how deep we want to go into this. I've never played Monster, so we're just gonna go with it. I'm going to be the team's Hex. I am Miss Azalea. Oh, I'm gonna fuck this up so hard. Miss Azalea Rose Carson, and it's a pleasure to meet y'all.
There you go.
I don't know.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
That's
we'll go
okay.
around. We'll go around to the other player for this evening, which is Sam, Mr. Markov and Co himself. Sam, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing fucking fantastic. This new job is doing so much better. Christ.
I'm so happy that you got that position, and I know you really wanted it, and I hope it works out perfectly because it sounds like it's a great opportunity. So,
Oh,
congratulations.
so far it's I have been blessed. I have been blessed, and there is no way I am risking. They'll have to pry this job from my cold hit dead hands.
Gotcha. And who are you playing with cold dead hands tonight?
So tonight I will be bringing back someone from a one shot we actually had on here not too long ago.
Your spell slinger?
The spell slinger, Aaron Crux.
I thought I recognized the name, but I could not place it, to be honest. I was like, I know he's played this before. Excellent. And I, the illustrious founder of the feast here at Dinner and a Game, Mr. Dag Show, am going to be playing as well. I am playing the Risen. His name is Alejandro Ramirez, and the Risen is basically a archetype that's based off of the Crow. So I pulled out my full emo old school shit. I should have gotten I still have my old duster I used to wear in high school because I was a cool kid. I should have pulled that out just to wear it and sit around here and be all moody. But yes. Oh, never mind. My daughter stole it. Which is funny because I'm 5'11" and she's like 5'4".
Yes.
Hey, still taller than him. Love you, honey.
But that's
Don't worry about it.
Bad pun, but that's not a high bar.
When I get asked about this later, I'm not defending either of you.
You don't have
You
to.
would defend us?
We're indefensible.
I'd consider defending you, Sam.
Oh, damn. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce the last cog in this wheel of chaos, and that is going to be our keeper for the evening, and that is more than figuratively, that's the title of the Game Master in Monster of the Week. Miss Liz, how are you doing?
Absolutely terrified.
Aw, no, don't be scared. Worst comes to worst, we'll all be here for you, and we'll hold your hand while you cry.
Perfect.
Figuratively.
Perfect.
'cause,
Figuratively, because
like,
we're like hundreds of
travel
miles away
sucks.
from each other. Yeah.
Still counts. Still
Unfortunate.
counts.
There's no such thing as teleportation yet, and even if there was, I have the bad feeling that once it was done once, the body would just drop dead.
I'd prefer none of you drop dead, at least
I don't.
in person, in real life.
If I
In the
can, if I
game,
can help it.
story.
But anyway, Miss Liz, you are the keeper for the evening, so you are in charge. I am going to shut up and be a player. Have fun.
Okay. Yeah, so just to our audience out there, welcome. If you've never played Monster of the Week, it's what I like to call a D6 system. So our cast is just going to be rolling 2 D6s and adding their very easy stats to it. It's a lot of fun. It's just theater of the mind. And I'm going to get into it. So you have all converged on this town. I believe I've in my head canon, and you can correct me if I am wrong, Cassie, I kind of had pictured your character being from here.
Perfect.
Love that. So Azalea, you are from here. You know that there is a movie due to start filming in about a week. The cast and crew are going to be coming in, and things are getting a little weird because for the past month there have been these strange disappearances, and you've heard through the grapevine that the police are starting to think that these disappearances might actually be murders.
Oof.
How would you get around town typically? Would you drive? Would you take a bus? You ride a bicycle?
Oh my god, that'd be so freaking cute. I actually really like that. I think she's the kind of like really effervescent kind of hippie looking thing. So she probably walks wherever she can. If it's a little too far, she might take the bus or her bicycle. Just depends.
So, okay.
Keeping this is gonna be so hard.
I love it. I love it. You are on the bus. So our camera's going to zoom in on you for a moment. So why don't you describe how you look to our audience and our other 2 players?
Okay. So Miss Azalea, she's got a pair of beat up combat boots that she wears. Black, of course. And she's got kind of a looser fitting dress on. It looks real faded. It was probably once black, but now it's more like a really dingy dark gray. Mismatched belt and more necklaces than you can shake a stick at. She usually wears a big old cardigan over her dress. Despite the weather being warm or cool, it's always a sweater. And she also has a shawl that her grandmother made for her before she died.
Right, yes, so you are on the bus, and as you are riding down the street, you are going to be heading to your friend Mama Albert's house to go hang out, talk about things you guys have recently done. Your phone starts to ring.
Oh my, who is calling me?
And you recognize the number as the main line for the chief of police.
Oh my. Hello?
Good. Zalia, that you?
Yeah, yes, sir. This will be me.
Oh, good. It's. Hold on, I gotta pull up his name. It's all the way down to the bottom here. Good. It's me, Chief Mulligan. I suppose you've heard about them disappearances in town.
Oh, yes, I did. I was wondering what was going on. It's got me real worried.
Well, I know you and that Mom Albert. You guys sometimes look into those really weird, strange things that happen around town that I just can't understand.
Oh, yes.
I'm starting to wonder if this ain't along them lines. You mind dropping by my office?
Oh, most certainly. I was heading over to. Sorry, it was Mama Albert's. I was just heading over to Mama's place right now. I can go and pick her up. We can head right on over.
Unfortunately, I gave him a call already, and he is unfortunately got the flu.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess I'll just start making my way over then.
Perfect. I'll see you when you get here.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
The phone hangs up, and we are gonna drift over to someone riding into town on a motorcycle. Ray, you're coming in. Your character's coming into this town. Where would they be heading? Because you have heard, you are following information that you have gathered that you are looking for about, and you've heard of the activity going on in this town, and it sounds familiar.
So basically, Alejandro would be heading to probably the nearest known location of the last body found, mainly to kind of like see if there are any witnesses that he might be able to turn up that the police wouldn't.
So you would, if you were heading there, you would actually, you would have learned that the most recent body was actually found at the woods on the edge of town, and there's not too many houses over there. There's a couple that are further set back in the woods, but none of them
out of town, or is there any in town itself where I have a better chance?
No, actually, you would not know this part yet, but the most recent, none of the bodies have actually been found.
Oh, they're just missing people.
They're missing people suspected to be murders because there's been no bodies found, and there's some other information that you would probably not have learned yet. But what you have learned is it's sending some shivers down that risen spine of yours.
Got it. So I guess the next best thing he could do was he is going to go into town and look for and basically be Googling on his phone and finding any paranormal shops in town, anyone who specializes in strong occult dealings, or anyone who specializes in lots of old literature on the occult.
Okay.
Also, Ray, apparently your mic is coming in a little bit soft.
Oh, sorry. In fact, I'll switch to this mic because I think that this might have a problem. Thank you for letting me know.
Thank Hipster. They're the one who brought it up. I just noticed it in the chat. I was like, oh, no, Ray should probably know about that.
Go right ahead.
Perfect. So, as you are heading towards the shop, you do find one. It's in the center of town, not too far from the police station. You are heading towards that, and behind you comes a very nice BMW.
Okay.
And it's a 2-lane road, so it passes by. And Sam, would you like to tell Ray what he sees inside through the, I'm assuming, slightly tinted window, but probably not illegally tinted?
Depending on the state.
Tints are difficult.
Yeah, because some states are, you can have it fully darked out.
Let's say this ain't Nevada. You can't have it fully darked out.
True, unless you've got Nevada plates.
Yeah, even then, in some states you'll get in trouble.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Like Virginia. So probably see someone in... I was so looking forward to this because I knew Milagros would hate me for it.
I know.
So with messy, slightly longer than short blonde hair. Probably hard to see eye color, but they're more like a blue, like an almost blue-green. With like large, like old school trench coat. What looks like a graphic t-shirt underneath. Some sort of band. But at just a glance, that's all you really get. You can't really see like below here.
Perfect. And where would you be heading as you come into this town? Having gotten wind from your friends at the supernatural branch of the FBI that there's some weird cult shit seeming to go down around here.
We're here for the cult stuff.
Probably heading, if he was alerted by them, he's probably heading to meet with them, so he's probably heading to one of the diners in town.
Okay. So you're heading to the diner, but Ray, you pull in to a street spot in front of an occult shop. And were you wearing a helmet? Important question. Oof. Great, we love that. So you get off Will you please describe to our other players what they will eventually see?
When I sit across the table from you, once a week, a month, or like every 6 months, depending on people's schedules. So the clickety-clack of dice in our crew keep me warm inside before we smack down an evil cold just to gain a level. And we roll. We rolled a critical hit to the heart. People grow up, forget how to play, but not us, no. We laugh due to a dad joke or innuendo. Probably it's how every adventure that we create is our own cinematic universe.
Okay.
That ties us together, and we will never.
I was gonna say that's probably more accurate than you'd like it to be.
We roll. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we roll. We rolled a critical hit
Ah.
to the heart. We will never.
There's music coming in from your end, no voice at all.
Sorry, that was my fault. I left my mic muted. But no, so he is.
So we may have to start that part over because they
okay.
didn't hear any of that.
I know. So he is, like I said, a nondescript gentleman, about 6 foot tall. He's got curly dark hair. He's got brown eyes that look incredibly tired all the time. He basically is wearing rumpled, baggy clothing that looks like it was like a donation from the Salvation Army, pretty much. All of it looks secondhand. His motorcycle is has seen better days as well. Like I was saying, it like sputters for a few seconds after he stops the bike and then it backfires. He is pretty much as average looking as you can get and looks like, someone who is, like I said, on the verge of being homeless, if not homeless at this point. And he basically gets on his bike, and what I was going to ask you about this is, one of the ways I was saying he was going to try and support himself was basically he is going to pretty much rob from bad guys. He will go to the worst sides of town, act like he's a junkie trying to score a hit, and then he will just completely mug the dealer.
That is 100% fine. 100% fine. So you park outside of this occult shop. The sign is very small. You can't really read the name that's on it. But you head inside. It's fairly dim. It seems almost like you haven't, but it almost feels like you've entered another world. There are bookshelves everywhere. There's a small table with a couple of candles and a few various items that you're not entirely sure, but you're sure that if this person probably practices some sort of magic, so that it's used in that. And behind a desk is a young woman, probably about mid-20s-ish, long white hair, and her head is down, and looks to be reading through a book, and she says, "Anything I can do for you?"
He comes walking up. I'm looking for information on, how do you say, Sumerian? Old Sumerian death god. I was looking for pendants, other things to ward off specifically.
And she'll pause. And the book closes. And she'll lift her gaze up to yours, and you see that her eyes are completely white. There's no pupil, there's no iris. It's just sclera, it looks like. But you notice that the book wasn't Braille. The book was regular writing, and it seemed like she had no problem seeing whatever it was. And she just looks at you. And it kind of seems like her eyes are penetrating you. Like she is seeing everything that you are. Not Sumerian. That's not what you want.
I'm sorry. I don't understand.
No, you. Sumerian's the wrong angle for you.
Angle for what? For what?
Oh. Oh. You'll want to go see Chief Mulligan over at the police station.
Why would I want to go see the police?
Well, you're here about the disappearances, aren't you?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My name's not important.
You are giving me a lot of information, and I just am kind of curious as to how you know anything about me, if what you know is even correct.
I have a bit of a connection to death. I know things.
So, what do you know about me then?
I know about that athame you have.
And what about it?
I know that you took it from the leader of a cult. The person who killed you.
What else do you know?
I know that if you want the answers you seek, you need to work on helping with these disappearances, so you ought to go speak with Chief Mulligan.
And why is he going to take the word of a homeless man?
Because you're going to take a note from me. He trusts my decisions.
I am new. Excuse me. I am new to town, so I'm going to go ahead and trust you. I don't know. Well, as much as I would trust anyone, I have no knowledge of. So, I will do as you ask.
Perfect. And she'll reach over, grab a notebook. She grabs like a fountain pen, and you see, writes along the page, rips it out, folds it in half just the once, and hands it over to you.
I take it, put it in the pocket of my shitty jacket.
Good luck.
He kind of looks at her and he says, "What do I owe you for the lead?"
Just take care of whatever's going on. I can't. So hopefully someone else can.
If I take care of this and help in whatever way I can, you seem to have a lot of information. Would we say that this is a favor for a favor?
If you follow the right path, you'll find all the information you're looking for.
And
I don't make deals.
Very well. I won't waste any more of your time.
Not a waste.
He kind of just nods, and he backs away from the counter and then turns to leave.
As you get right to the door, there is a brief moment where, as you're looking at her, she seems to go almost paler and her cheeks kind of sink in like she goes gaunt. but then after the blink of an eye, it's gone. And she just returns to her book.
All right. Wasn't creepy at all. No, I'm fine.
No, it's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. And now we're going to cut over to a diner where there is. Well, actually, I assume you're entering the diner. So you're entering the diner and you are looking around. And because it's you, I can't not do this. In a far corner, sipping on a cup of coffee, you see a familiar head of bright red hair.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You could only wish that you could get a fuck's sake.
Well, of all people I was expecting to meet here, I feel kind of sludden to them with. I was not expecting you.
Well, unfortunately, I drew the short straw this time, so you have to put up with me.
He plays along with the height, so.
Yes, and Sam, you know this to be a former colleague, we'll call her, and you know this that her name is Alexis.
It's like, alright, Alexis. Is that even is your real name nowadays? What do we got?
Disappearances. Only one with any blood splatter, but they think they're murders. Something weird about them, though.
And we're certain these are the spicy variety?
That group you've been after, there's been some chatter about correspondence. Looks like it's been coming here.
Well, better than spicy, or better spicy than sour. Great. Well, at least we know those fuckers are here.
I don't know if it's them or just someone who's learned from them
Or working for them.
or working for them.
Ah. And we think these disappearances are tied into it?
Oh, whatever is going on here, the disappearances are definitely tied into it. I mean, you know them. They normally leave the bodies behind to drain blood.
Yeah.
No bodies left behind is concerning.
Especially with no mess. I mean, they're disposing of it somewhere. Any key events happen shortly before, around the same time as the disappearances?
Nothing that anybody's noticed. Couple of cottages out in the woods. I don't think they've spoken to people that live there. One of the guys is apparently a real piece of work. Name's Jimmy Brecht. Seems to be something of some kind of conspiracy theorist, so I don't know if it's good for you to go alone to speak to him. You're either gonna confirm everything he's ever thought or make him crazier than he already is.
Oh, please. What I do isn't that crazy.
Do I need to remind you about the time that we were in the middle of something and a portal to hell opened up?
Okay, that one had nothing to do with me. Directly.
Even still, like we do some weird shit. We've dealt with weird shit. That's still up there.
Better than the Fate bullshit.
Well, that's because nobody likes the fey bullshit. I'm making sure there ain't none of them around. I don't want to get in trouble.
Ah, don't you know they prefer Denny's?
That's why you avoid Denny's.
Yeah, no shit. They also like Starbucks. Real easy to get somebody's name if you're working there.
But here's everything we've got. Police chief here is a little strange. Seems to only trust people from here. So I don't know if you want to see if there's anybody weird around that you could hook up with. In a metaphorical, not a literal sense.
Let's say, don't threaten me with a good time. Shit.
It's never a good time with you.
Says you. That said, this police chief could have some more insight into the matter. They tend to notice ongoings in towns, might have noticed something strange going on around the same time or just leading up to it.
Doesn't hurt to talk to him. You do somehow manage to get people to talk.
Yeah, it's easy.
I'm not even going to dignify that part with a response. I'm going to get out of here. I need a shower.
Not that human outside.
No, it's because I've had to deal with you. And she just gets up and leaves.
Now you're being dramatic.
She's not even there to hear that.
Well, let's go talk with this police chief, see what I can dig up. This should be interesting.
Perfect. So all three of you are now converging upon the police station. Azalea, you probably get there first. The receptionist recognizes you, raves you right on back.
Afternoon.
It's nice to see you, Miss Azalea.
Yes. It's nice to see you too. I hope boss is all back.
In his office.
Wonderful. Don't you forget, I have that barbecue coming up 2 weeks from now. I want your ambrosia salad.
Wouldn't forget to bring it for all the world.
You dog. She'll just flounce her way back there.
Ray would probably be the next one to get there. So you walk in. There is a kind of older woman, probably mid 40s, early 50s, curly gray hair, sitting like at the desk in the front. Don't recognize you. How can I help you?
I was sent, and I just kind of like slide the letter across to it.
Okay, and she opens it, tilts her head, reads through, and you see the dawning, you see the understanding dawn over her face as she, Madam Fletcher sent you, I see. She'll fold the letter back up, hand it over. You'll want to speak to the chief then. Miss Carson just went in, but it's about the same topic, so I think he won't
I
mind.
go into the office, the door that Miss Carson went through. Gracias.
Yep, and as you're starting to go, you hear the door open, and another gentleman enters.
Going straight to the receptionist desk.
And how can I help you today?
Zach's going to pull out the technically expired, but it's kind of hard to tell the expiration date on a full-on badge. Just, well, the FBI badge is like, I need to speak with the chief on regarding some recent disappearances.
And she kind of purses her lips, makes a little like sucking sound as she like it's like that disapproval. And you actually see her. She picks up the phone and dials into the office. So, Azalea, you're probably sitting. Ray, you're just opening the door, and you hear the chief's phone ring, and he picks it up. What? And you listen to that. Yeah, that's fine. Send them on in. I fucking FBI getting all up in our shit.
Oh, the FBI is getting involved. Well, gosh, this is a lot denser than I thought it would be.
Fucking bullshit. And she just gestures. You see her hang up the phone, and she just gestures at the door to you.
Thank you,
I'm
kind.
standing in front of the door, and she says FBI, and I kind of side eye him, and I just kind of like knock on the door.
Yeah, he does not. Just if you get a good look at him, he does not look like a Fed at all. Like rugged traveling boots, nice cargo pants, but still cargo pants.
That is
Hey.
an oxymoron if I've ever heard one.
I know. I've seen them. I have seen them,
I
and they
don't
do look
believe you.
clean. But it's uncanny. But it's also their pockets are very, very well hidden within the designs of the clothing. They're not bulky and like, I don't know, puffy is the word for it. I don't know. But like the what almost looks like the trench coat made out of rough leather, very, very hardy. And then now that you have a good look, an AC/DC t-shirt.
Oh my god, it's Tony Stark. Charlie.
Alejandro
Do
basically
not.
just kind of like is looking at you and just like opens the door. He knocked, waited, opens the door, and he says, Chief.
Who are you? You the FBI guy?
No, he is behind me. I walk forward and hand him the note.
And he reads over it, nodding. And again, you see the understanding dawn. Madam Fletcher did say she'd be sending somebody around soon about these all disappearances.
When did you say this?
Yesterday, 2 days ago. When did I have coffee with her husband? I don't even remember. It's always been a bit weird one, that one. Ever since her grandmother died when she was a child. Strange as shit.
I don't doubt it.
But yeah, grab a seat. Come on in, FBI guy.
Just enters and just takes a look around. It's like,
I'm assuming we are all here for the same purpose. You seem very accepting of this strange situation.
Weird shit's been going on in this town for darn near as long as I can remember.
It has been quite a while since we had a normal summer.
Pardon me.
So-
I'm so sorry. My name is Alejandro Ramirez. I am a wandering investigator.
Nice to meet you, Chief Mulligan. Just call me Chief. Everybody does.
It's true. Charmed, I'm Azalea Carson. You can call me as most people do.
Do you present your hand like a southern lady?
Mm-hmm.
He bends down and kisses the back of the knuckles and says,
Someone with manners. That's good to see.
Ray, as you take in Azalea's face, you don't know why, but there's just something niggling in the back of your head. There's something familiar about her face.
about her face?
You don't know why.
He has a kind of a disturbed look on his face. And he says, trust me, this is not a line. Do I know you from somewhere?
I don't believe we met. Have you been around these parts before?
Not at all. I mainly came here because I was looking into situations in my own life, and the circumstances brought me here. But there's something about you that is just, it's like a memory or something that I cannot really place. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I apologize. I do not want to make you uncomfortable. I will figure
Not
it
at
out
all.
eventually.
we probably knew each other in a past life.
Uncanny Valley is a normal thing. It
Um,
happens.
And Sam, as you say that, and you see Alejandro's face for the first time, you get that same feeling. You've seen this face before.
Yeah. Uncanny Valley is definitely nothing unheard of.
If what his lordship says is correct, apparently this town is full of things that are unheard of.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but sure got some strange things that happen occasionally. It's too bad Mama Albert ain't here. Y'all would have a fun time with him.
Who?
Mama Albert.
Yeah, he's like a local celebrity.
Hmm.
I do feel bad that he's feeling sick. I'm gonna have to stop by with some loose soup later.
I
I'm sure
apologize.
she
I
did.
feel like I didn't study for a test. I don't know anything about this local area. Very.
It's all right. Small towns, a lot of stuff goes around.
Yes.
But, well, since apparently you're all here for the same reason, let me get down to brass tacks. Yeah, we've had 3 disappearances. We think they might actually be murders. There was blood spatter found at the second one. The first one was about 3 weeks ago now. Went missing. Was discovered missing on a Tuesday after not arriving to work. His name was Mason Underwood, 29. But there's no evidence of foul play. Nothing. Car was in the right spot. Everything. Not sure what happened, how he got taken or anything, but he's gone.
And how long ago was that again?
3 weeks.
What was the exact date, if you don't mind?
We'll just use this. It would have been Tuesday. We'll use this week, but we'll change the month. It would have been Tuesday, June 6th.
Thank you.
The second one was discovered missing the following week. A young woman named Sabrina Troy. Never returned from grocery shopping. Car was found about 3 miles outside of town day after. This was the one with some blood splatter. There was some drops of blood in the car, on the driver's door handle, and outside of the car. But again, nothing else that we could see, at least. At least no evidence of another vehicle taking her away or nothing. We don't also know where she got taken from, because wherever her car was found, it certainly was not where she was.
So was she younger, older?
Early 30s. They've all been roughly around. Those two were around the same age. The most recent one's much younger.
Hmm.
And you said there was blood spatter. Did it appear that the victim may have been severely injured, or was it just droplets?
Mostly just droplets. So a bunch congregated on the seat, and then some drops on the door handle, and then some that led away, but trail ended cold. Assume there would have been another car, like I said, but we don't have. There's no tire marks or nothing.
Hmm. Curiosity. 3 weeks ago. Any new arrivals to town? Any new events going on?
No new arrivals that I know of personally. Had a few of some of the people rent out some of the cottages in the woods as those verbos, Airbnbs.
Yeah, something like that.
A couple of them get rented out. I know most of them are booked up. We got starting next week. We got a movie crew coming in. They're gonna be filming a horror film in our woods. So a couple of them might be filled right now. That I don't really know. I ain't seen any unfamiliar faces in town.
They didn't have to get any permits or anything like that for filming that you would be able to look up and see where they would be at any one time?
The film crew, yeah, but none of them are due until next week. That's why we're trying to get this off as fast as we can. We don't want any of their people
no,
going.
I understand. And I assume they scouted locations a while ago. So that's
Oh yeah, they scouted locations about 3-4 months ago, I think, maybe even longer than that.
Did they give you? They filed permits. Did they give you any idea where they were going to be filming? Do you have the locations now? Do any of them correspond to where people went missing?
No, they're mostly going to be using the woods. The closest one would have been where we found evidence of the most recent disappearance. Last one was Danny O'Doyle. Found his back at start of one of the trailheads from the road leading into the woods. He likes to do that off-road biking with my kids. They were supposed to meet him, but they said they never saw him. He wasn't there when they got there, and they headed home because they knew about the disappearances. They didn't want to be the next taken. Didn't occur to them till later that could have happened to Danny.
So you said this one was much younger.
Yeah, Danny's only 21.
Still an adult. Good.
So all these disappearances happen near the woods?
Could have been, like I said, I mean, Mason's apartment does border some of the woods. Sabrina's house doesn't, but I think the route she might have taken a longer route to the grocery store that could have put her over near the woods for some reason.
Huh. Well, this is certainly an interesting case.
I mean, the woods do give you a proper fright at night, but I don't think there's anything dangerous in it. You don't think
you'd be
there's anything dangerous in the woods?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Sometimes somebody tries to go bear hunting and wounds it, but doesn't kill it. So now you've got a pained and angry animal on the loose.
Oh, there's no bears in these woods.
There would be a lot more than blood spatter left behind as well.
I was gonna say.
But this is out of character. Liz, one of the things I was gonna ask is I don't want to force you to give dates for everything, but are these like roughly a week apart, or are they like on 7-day intervals?
They are on 7-day intervals. So the second one was June 13th, and the last one would have been the 20th.
I want to pull out my phone and start looking up the lunar cycles for each one of the dates.
Jesus Christ. I was
How's it
seriously
feel,
thinking about
Liz?
that too. I was like,
How's it feel?
Hang on, I got an app for that.
I'm not here to cause problems.
no, it's fine. I hadn't. That was something I should have put in my research. I actually did not. That's on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who wants to GM in the future, just let you know, if you're GMing with people you've played with before and you have your GM in the crowd, you're in for it.
Well, I mean, lunar cycles vary year to year. We don't know what year this is.
Also true.
Yes.
So the first disappearance happened on a waning crescent. The second disappearance would have happened on a waxing crescent. And the last disappearance was a waxing gibbous. So none of them were full moons or new moons.
Well, that helps rule out a few things.
Well, one of the things it doesn't rule out is particular semblance with the realms of death or passages into realms of the afterworld. The waxing and the waning crescents. If it was a new moon, I would be even more sure.
Well, there's great power during new moons and full moons.
Not wrong there. Let's say
I'm
we go
sorry,
after one
sir.
of these scenes.
We didn't get your name. That feels quite rude.
Indeed. Apologies. Still getting onto the case. Aaron Krause.
Mr. Cross, it's a pleasure. Now, anyway, sorry, you were saying. So rude of me.
I think if we want to get a better grasp of the situation, we better find out, at least go through one of the scenes, try to get a better lay of the area.
This
Sir,
bit,
what are you
this
doing?
bit might be Danny's, since it's the most recent, I suppose. I mean, I can give you their addresses, but I don't know what you found there.
Not sure the address will help too much, but it's worth looking into. I was thinking more where they went missing.
Well, I mean,
We don't rightly know.
for Mason, we assume it was near his apartment. For Sabrina, we genuinely have no idea where exactly it was. We're still waiting on the analysis of the blood to come back to even know if it's actually hers.
Fair. And if you know where the kids usually meet to go motocrossing, we can trace the closest path. If he was on bike, it's not likely they would go way out of their ways to take some completely irregular route.
Probably not. But yeah, and he'll point to a map of the town, and you can see and it's got some pins and stuff in it, and he points to a yellow-headed pin. This is where we found Danny's bike, right at the start of this trailhead here, right off the road.
We didn't talk time periods. I'm assuming this is current day.
Yeah, no,
In that case, he snaps a photo of the thing with his stolen phone.
Well, I can get you there. I've been up there a time or two. If you'd like to check it out.
I think it would be best to start at least with one of the locations.
I got a hunch if we check the location where their bike is, we may be able to find some clue.
Alright.
When was Danny reported missing?
I only. What? Sorry, go ahead.
then it was
It was the 21st. And what, I should say, compared to today, what is today's date?
today's date. Pull up the calendar. Danny was the 20th. Today is the 27th.
27th. Okay.
So we are due.
Hopefully not. Last thing I need is no disappearance right before this movie shows up. It's gonna be such in
They-
It'll
town.
be a mess.
Either that or they decided to change up the plot of the film entirely. Hoping that's not the case. Last thing we need is a piece of fiction turning into a documentary.
Oh, I don't like those documentary shows. They always show all kinds of strange conspiracies.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I if we are going to head out there, I am afraid that my transportation is only 2 wheels.
Yeah, I've got room in mind.
I can be a navigator. I don't have a car of my own.
No, that settles it then.
Yes, it would probably be good if we all went in one vehicle.
It's not too terribly far outside of town. You could walk back in about an hour or so.
It's not a bad walk.
Nothing's too far.
Let's proceed then.
All right. I mean, that's okay, Chief, right? We can head on up.
Sure thing. You stay safe, Miss Azalea.
I will.
Thank you for your time, Chief. If we find anything, we'll be the person to let you know.
Yeah. Fucking FBI getting all up in my shit.
He'll actually, if there's one of those things that has a box of the Chief's cars, he'll take one just so he has his number.
Yeah, there's a little thing on the desk that has the chief's card.
With all the business cards.
Yep.
Love those things.
So I guess we head out the door.
You guys head out, and you head up to where Danny's bike was found. Do you talk amongst yourselves on the drive?
Actually, Alejandro, I'm assuming I'm going to be in the back seat as we open the front seat door for Mrs. Elia.
Oh, thank you much.
And he kind of leans forward. He's like, Mrs. Elia, you're local?
Yes, I've lived here my whole life.
He's like, do you know any of these people who have disappeared? I hope not.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not a real big town. I know most people. I mean, like the chief said, Danny used to ride with his boys all the time. Now, they're a bit younger than me, but I knew Sabrina. I think I used to mow her lawn when I was growing up.
So, none of these people are people that you would say would have enemies in town. I know it's a small town. I'm going to
I can't imagine so.
ahead of time.
Oh, I can't imagine so. Everybody in town is so nice. I mean, there's a spat occasionally, but nothing too serious.
We've already got several possible leads, but nothing to connect them so far. Got
You
rumors
see
of
leads and all this?
got rumors of a cult operating in the area, or at least one of their people. It's a possibility of their connection, or it could be just coincidence. Not sure which yet.
A cult? Well, now you sound like Jimmy. That's not a thing here.
Oh, trust me. If you're on a case with me, you're gonna see a lot of things that don't make a lot of sense.
You know, I'll have you know that man tried to have me burned at the stake. Do you even believe it?
Do they still do that?
No,
No.
they don't.
I'm beginning to think I may need to have a talk with this Jimmy.
Oh, he's harmless. Nobody really took him too much serious, but you know how them people can be.
The Republicans.
No, I wouldn't say a dirty word like that. Me sounding like the most Republican one in the room.
Bless your heart.
Don't you dare. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
All right. So, this is so we don't have any. Where this cult? Where did you get your information?
I mean, I have contacts in the FBI and other places.
And
The
knows
FBI.
about cults.
The tracking cults? That doesn't sound right.
And he'll literally just roll down the window. He'll kind of put like a cigar in his mouth, and he'll hold out his thumb and kind of just snap his fingers as there's literally a flame at the end of his fingers as he's lighting it with.
I'd actually prefer if you don't smoke in the car. That's kind of...
Just kind of put it in a container that air seals it.
So Alejandro kind of changed his position, and he's like he rests his left hand on the back of the arm, like the shoulder of your seat, and you feel a little tinge of cold of metal on the side of your neck. And he says, "I do not want to crash a car, so would you mind explaining?"
Which Sam's in the driver's seat, so it would be
I was sitting
Your-
behind
Azalea.
Cassie's character, yeah, Azalea. So I will be leaning over and on like the shoulder of his seat.
Hey,
Let's just-
Azalea.
Yeah.
That Athaman, his hand looks awfully familiar.
Now, where'd you get that knife? That looks an awful lot like one I've seen before.
He's like, he's still staring at the agent. And he's like, it was, let's just call it a gift.
If you'd like, you can, Cassie, you can roll sharp to investigate this mystery.
Oh. Let's see. Heck yeah. Let's give that a try. Okay. First roll of the night. Let's go.
No.
Oh, hot damn. I rolled 2 6s, so that's a 13.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
12.
Hell yeah.
A natural 12, and I
Wonderful.
have a +1 to my sharp.
Wonderful. I have to pull up one
Excellent.
thing on my end because this is the one thing I didn't write down because I was silly. Where did it go?
Hey.
Myself, 'cause I was like,
Don't call yourself silly. Call yourself God's favorite little goose.
That depends on which god you're talking about.
That is fair.
Just don't let it be Zeus, because you know what he does with geese.
That's
I
a
thought that was
valid point.
swans.
all of the above.
I don't think it matters.
Hey,
I-
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
So I actually had a familiar that was an ostrich
An ostrich.
in a game. Yes. Because what are ostriches if not pantsless thunder geese?
Pantsless
Okay.
geese.
So we named him Zeus. He was Zeus the goose, but he was an ostrich.
Okay, so since you rolled a 13, that is essentially a critical success. So you get to hold 2. With those, when you hold 2, you can use those points basically to ask me questions about the situation, and I have to answer them.
Oh. Okay. So I have 2 questions that I can
Yes.
kind of divvy about. All right. So. Well, I think first things first. Do I know the association of where the athame might have been from?
What I will tell you is it looks identical to yours.
Ah. Okay. And I'm assuming mine was probably a gift. I don't think that would have been something that she would have.
I would say
But-
it was probably, we'll say it was a gift from your grandmother.
Gotcha. Just trying to note.
But that's the just like as he's driving, feeling that inside of there, he's like, why is it always knives? As I said, FBI has a lot more than meets the eye. Special investigators take a look into special circumstances that don't fit within the norms. And the ones they send typically are far from normal. I already said, if you're on an investigation with me, you're going to see some weird shit.
Pyrokinesis is weird shit.
To some people,
Okay.
as is things like arcane translation, demonology.
So you work for the federal government, and you consort with demons. That all makes sense.
I mean, I don't disbelieve that.
That would put you more in the realm of the IRS than the FBI, though.
Or a proper politician.
That would make him Secret Service then.
Yeah.
That's true.
I try to stay out of the politics. Our job is just to keep things clean. Make sure that things don't go rampant. Not going around murdering people like this situation. Beats the situation I had up in upstate New York not too long ago.
Alright, so you are some kind of federal magic user.
Paranormal investigator. Magic dabbler. There's a long list of titles we don't really have the time for here and there.
No, I agree. We don't have the time for it.
Titles don't really mean too much.
Only thing I want know is, are we to expect like governmental support on this?
Oh no, absolutely not. They want to keep their hands clean on this one. That's why they hire private investigators.
You're a private investigator now.
Technically,
I'm confused. Are you FBI or are you private?
they give us the badge and everything so that we can levy FBI authority, but in the end, we're, in their eyes, expendable.
Oh, you're a consultant. Well, that's what I do.
Look, and he just leans back and takes the blade away from your neck. He's like, look, I just want to find the cult. I don't care who I'm working with.
Oh, you're lucky. Got a grudge match with this one in particular, so if we run into them, I don't plan on playing nice.
If we run into them, I need the leader.
If you need information out of them, that's fine.
I just need him.
Okay, need him what? Underneath the bumper of the car?
No, I need him alive.
Yeah. Fine. In what condition?
No, go ahead, sir.
In what condition?
He needs to be able to speak. And he needs to be able to understand.
I mean, you can technically do that with them dead, if you know the right people and the right components.
If we are going to have a problem, let me know now.
I'm gonna say,
Oh,
necromancy is a
God.
thing.
I want him alive. If
All
he's
right.
going to
That
be
still
alive-
leaves a lot of options.
Oh no, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what my options are. Still a pretty big book at the moment. We'll narrow it down.
It is at this point that you would be pulling up to right about where the trailhead is. So Aaron, I assume you would kind of pull off the road,
here.
park on
Alrighty.
the side. You can see the opening in the trees where the trail is, and you can see the trail a little ways in before it gets a little too dark from the shadows of the trees to really follow it all the way. You can see some old tire tracks, probably from when the police cars were there getting the bike and trying to do their investigating. So what do you do?
Here we are.
All right. Well, the trail leads up just a little ways and then jaunts off. So I guess we're hoofing it from here.
Did the chief give us anything like oh shit. Never mind. I'm gonna, while we're walking, number one, do we have cell phone service?
Yes, you still have cell phone service at this time.
So I'm going to call back to the precinct office, the police office, and I'm going to ask to speak to the chief. Let them know it's Mr. Ramirez. I was just speaking to the chief about 20 minutes ago. I need to speak to him again before I lose cell phone service.
I mean, Woods have pretty good service. You should be fine, but I'll transfer you over to his line. He might be taking his afternoon nap, though, in all honesty.
I just need him for a moment.
All right, and you hear, as she dials in the extension, hangs up, and it rings. And it rings. And it rings. What?
Chief, I am
What?
sorry to bother you again. This is Mr. Ramirez. We spoke earlier.
Yeah, I remember who you... what do you want? I was never...
Can you tell me the locations of the actual filming locations that they picked out?
You're over where Dan... No, they were... filming locations were closer to Jimmy's house. I mean, it's... You can get to Jimmy's from the trail, but... you're not really near him. I can send you the information, I suppose.
Yes, please. I'll send you. I'll email my email address to through your website.
Perfect. She'll get it. I'll tell her what she'll take care of all that. She's better at that computer stuff.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. And you hear him like grumbling again as he hangs up the phone. He doesn't even say goodbye.
I love a
This
crotch
town
the
is
old
going to
top.
die.
Well, they're not used to dealing with this kind of thing. I would understand being a bit uppity about it.
Apparently, they think they are. But that's not the point.
Alright.
Sorry.
So you guys
we
are-
were still walking.
Yes, you're walking the trail. Are you keeping an eye out for anything? Are we looking?
Oh, I've got an idea.
Oh Lord.
Well, seeing as a good way to gauge the level of supernatural is to literally gauge supernatural. Once we get to where the bike is,
Well, the bike is gone. The bike was before you guys even started the trail. The bike was outside of like where you would have parked the car.
well, since we're in the right area at least, let's try to use magic to observe another place and time.
Okay.
Try to figure out what happened.
All right. Roll me weird.
Getting a weird roll.
Ooh.
What do we get?
A 7.
Oh,
So we
Fine.
get one of choose one effect and a glitch.
yes.
So definitely observing another place and time.
And what is the glitch?
The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention.
Well, shit.
Ah, great.
It's okay. I have a cat. We're fine.
Oh, mine has abandoned me because he could not lay on my lap.
Mine's sleeping in the laundry basket because it's comfy.
Oh, we love that. So you all watch as Aaron kind of stops in the path. And how do you cast the spell?
So there's almost like what looks like some runes that start glowing on his glove as he touches the ground, and they almost look like they expand in sort of a web around the area as his eyes kind of take on that same golden glow.
Lovely. So you guys see this, Aaron. What you see is your mind drifts back through the fog, and you see a figure walking forward, and they've clearly got someone over their shoulder. The person over the shoulder seems to be unconscious, and as they're walking, you can make out it's probably a masculine shape. The figure on the shoulder is definitely masculine shape, but the figure walking forward is most certainly masculine. You can only see him from behind, though. And as he's walking, you see something in his other hand drop to the ground that looks like where you are now is maybe about 5 or 6 feet ahead of where you are. And you come back, and you just hear, you don't hear anything, but you feel eyes on you.
Shit. And he'll sort of walk towards where the item was.
And I assume you bend down to pick it up.
Uh-huh.
It's a peach pit.
Got something.
What'd you find here?
Looks down at his trash.
I mean, I could see one of them boys chewing on a peach. He just left his pit out here.
It wasn't the boy who ate it. The individual in question, or the thing in question, should be better worded, was definitely carrying someone dropped this. Looks like they were eating it.
Well, I mean, I do agree that probably carrying somebody does not shine the best light on this person, but Eating a peach certainly ain't a crime around here.
Maybe not, but eating a peach while carrying a body that somewhat matches the age description of the victim.
Now, how do you know that this person was even here, carrying a body? I look down, like...
Oh, those glowing marks are just slowly starting to vanish.
I'm going to try and investigate a mystery. I'm just looking to see if there's like... Because if there was a person carrying another person, they should have made some deep imprints because we're in a forest, right?
Yep.
So the ground's usually pretty loamy and mossy.
And to assist with that, Aaron will kind of point out the path they were walking.
Okay, so Sam, you're helping out.
Yes.
So I need you to roll with cool first.
Oh. All right, my cool is decent. It's not my weird, but it's decent.
And I'm rolling with sharp, right?
Yes, but wait until
You have an
Sam
8.
rolls. Okay, an 8.
Which I want to say for helping out is I'm so glad I have the I have the book.
You grant Ray +1 to his roll, but you have also exposed yourself to trouble or danger. And you hear some rustling as something seems to be getting closer. And now, Ray, you can roll your investigate a mystery, and you get an additional +1 to your sharp.
Well, I already rolled it, so... but I got a total of 9.
Total of 9. All right, so you, with a total of 9, you get to hold 1, so you can ask me questions. You can ask me what happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can it hurt, where did it go, what was it going to do, what was being concealed here, or any other who, what, where, how, whys.
I want to know what sort of creature it is. Is it?
Based on the footprints that you can see, they look like normal human footprints. Pair of sturdy boots, probably.
Not bigger, not huge, or anything like that?
Nope.
It's like...
Probably about size 7 or 8 feet.
Those are small feet. Or those average feet?
I don't
7
fucking
or
know.
8?
Make this up.
Because I know I wear
Just say
size
for-
13s.
I'm gonna say for women,
my feet
7
are
8 is
both.
pretty average.
I'd like wear a size 10. I think 9 to 10 is about average.
Yeah, that feels average for men.
9 to 11 probably. But so I'm gonna look up at Agent Crux. I'm gonna say, why are you seeing a creature? When do creatures wear boots?
Not all creatures take the monster's shape. Some of them blend in. Doppelgangers, for instance, can look like almost anyone. Typically have a tendency of investigating someone, tailing them, then killing them and trying to take their place.
That's an awful lot of forethought for a creature.
But this thing seems to be killing on a schedule, or at least taking on a schedule, 1 week. Could be feedings, could be it could be using them for sustenance, could be using them to create others like them. We don't know yet. But something is definitely watching us.
And he kind of looks around. He's like, where?
Heard something moving in the tree line. Could be a deer, could be a very fat raccoon, or...
I did tell you these woods would give you a fright.
Yeah.
Can I like eyes up, do a scan to see like if I notice anything in the area?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll sharp, but this time you are reading a bad situation.
Okay.
Ooh.
Trying to see if I have a thing. Okay, that's just one of the thingies on it. Gosh, I'm gonna have to check this dice.
Did you do it again?
Okay, I did it again. if it's cool with y'all, I'm just gonna use digital dice because I don't know if I can trust this die now.
You know
That's
what? That's
fine.
entirely fair. I've done that.
What'd you roll?
I rolled 2 6s again, and I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No, because it has me scared. That means
it's
when
gonna
it's
fail
important,
you
it's
when you
gonna be
really
really
need it.
bad.
Yeah.
And my spells backfire hard. Okay, the digital dice gave me an 11. With my +1, that would be a 12.
Okay. So with this, you hold 3, so you can ask up to 3 questions.
Okay. I don't know why I'm marking this. Okay. So being that I am from here, I'm familiar with these woods. I would know the typical animal situation going on.
Yes.
Does it sound / feel like the natural animals are still being normal, or do they seem a little spooked?
They seem a little spooked.
Okay, so they're sensing something.
You actually, as you kind of realize that, you see a raccoon kind of like running across the path, and it seems to be running quicker than you would normally see it.
But
Okay.
is it obese?
No,
All raccoons
Damn.
are obese. I don't believe there's a.
it's normal obese, not like obese.
It's normal obese.
Yeah, he just chonky. He not all lotty coming.
I'm sorry. Say that he's not what again?
He's
All
just
lotty
chunky.
coming. He
He's
not
not
all lotty
lotty
coming.
coming.
And at least it's not a. Oh hell no!
I'm sorry.
Oh, hell.
It's not what again?
He's
All
just
lotty
chunky.
coming. He
Okay,
not
it's
all
all
lotty
lotty
coming.
coming.
Do I see anything that looks like not particularly normal for these woods?
Aaron gestured, so you're looking and you're looking and you're investigating kind of that area, and you think through the leaves you can see a humanoid figure, but it almost looks like it's kind of also on all fours.
Okay. Okay. I do think we're being watched.
Alejandro's like, where?
That it looks like there's somebody hiding in the woods over there.
And the minute you say that, the figure runs, and it runs on all fours.
I think we have a lead.
Well, shoot it.
I don't know if that's the best idea, but
Are you gonna shoot it? You gonna follow it?
Let's
What
go!
you do?
Come on!
Okay, so we are running after the monster.
Now we
I
are
am
doing the
definitely digging in my purse and pulling out my revolver.
Okay, so Aaron, you are running after the monster.
work. I'm running too.
I'll be following. I'm just checking that I have it on me.
Wonderful, wonderful. I need you all to roll plus sharp.
Okay, that would be a 6.
Okay. Sam, what'd you get?
5 and a 1 + 1, 7.
Cool. And Ray?
9.
Wonderful. So Ray and Sam, you are running through this forest. You're trying to follow the figure that you saw. And you feel like for a minute you're kind of catching up to it. And then it does like a quick turn. But as it does that, up ahead you see a cottage. And the door is still kind of open. But as you get closer to the cottage, or actually, I'm sorry, no, yes, you've both made whatever you were chasing heard you were coming because you both made a lot of noise as you were running. Unfortunately, Cassie, with that 6, you have gotten separated.
No.
And not only have you gotten separated, your ankle is now hurting because you have fallen into a hole that has been dug into the ground.
Them damn gophers.
It's a very large hole, and if you'd like, for fun, you can roll to investigate this hole.
Yeah, I definitely want to know if this is like bigger than a gopher hole. I'm a little concerned of
Yes.
what, or like
Yes,
a rabbit warren.
No, this is like a 2 foot wide hole.
Jesus.
And
Okay.
it's probably like 5.5, 6 feet deep. So please roll me sharp to investigate this hole.
Yeah, we'll take an 11 on that sharp.
Wonderful. I was really hoping for that. So you are looking at this hole as you are inside of it. This is an incredibly well dug hole. Whoever dug this hole has some experience in digging holes.
I don't know. Shia LaBeouf was in these woods.
Fucking dwarves.
Is it actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf? Sorry, that is a holes reference for anybody who didn't watch that movie.
Yes. And then you are also, because you got an 11, because you got a 10 or higher, you are going to gain +1 to your next sharp roll.
All right.
But you also have to try to get out of this hole. And you're alone.
I'm alone. My
What do you
ankle
do?
hurts, and I'm in a hole.
Best
Wow.
day ever.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I couldn't imagine this after rolling like at least 4 6s right in a row. It's only 2 feet. Can I just like kind of?
Well, it's 2 feet wide. It's probably about 5.5, 6 feet.
Oh, it's like 6 feet deep. Dope. Okay, I'm in a deep hole.
You are in a deep hole.
Okay. I'm gonna try to like kind of scrape out a little foothold,
Okay.
so I can get my good foot in there to get some leverage up to try to keep myself out.
Okay, I'm gonna have you, because you are stuck in this hole, I'm gonna have you roll cool. You're acting under pressure.
Okay. Oh
Ooh.
gosh. I'm not cool, guys. I'm not cool at all. That's a 4.
Ooh.
Ouch. 2 XP
Somehow-
right in a row.
She starts to hyperventilate just a little bit.
Somehow you fall deeper into the hole. You don't know how, but you've fallen deeper into the hole.
If I had a nickel for every
You know when
time I
you're
ended up in
playing
a
a video
hole.
game and your character falls through the ground and you're looking up
Oh,
at the
no,
bottom
you
of the
clipped.
ground.
You flipped through the map.
I clipped through the map, guys. Somebody help! Somebody help!
Do you continue trying to get yourself out? Do you scream for help? What do you do?
She would definitely be screaming for help now. Help! Help! I fell in a hole! I fell in a hole! It's a really deep hole!
Alejandro, Erin, you hear Azalea's southern accent crying out for help that she's in a hole.
And he's trying to keep up with Agent Crux, but I'm pretty sure that you're in much better shape than he is, considering you're supposed to be an FBI agent at the very least. So he kind of like he slides a stop. He watches you disappear in distance, and he's like, "Fuck!" And he goes running back.
Okay. I will get back to you guys in a second, but Sam, the figure turned, so you can either follow that, or there is this cottage with its open door ahead of you. You also hear Azalea screaming for help.
Just look back to see Alejandro heading back. It's like, not losing this fucker.
Okay, so you're trying to continue to follow it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And if he ever gets a clear line of sight of it, he's gonna try to snare it up by aiming for the legs.
Okay. Roll me cool, actually.
Cool. I've got +0 to that. This'll
Do you want to trade? I got a -1 to my cool.
keep rolling 7s in some fashion.
Same here.
2 and 5, 1 and 6s, 3 and 4s. That is a 7.
So you're still following him. You are running after him. You can still see him, and it is a humanoid figure, but it is running on all fours, and it is very fast.
Clothed, unclothed,
Clothed.
similar clothes with what was seen in the pseudo vision.
Yep, just kind of normal, everyday clothes. And he does the thing again where he turns quickly, but this time he disappears.
And it goes around the corner, starts catches. Fucker. That's when he realized, like, looked back, realized they're not behind him. It's like,
You can still hear the faint sounds of Azalea yelling for help. You remember seeing the cottage with the open door.
Who's digging holes in the middle of these woods? This is just not fun. This is just not fun at all. I'm gonna report you, I swear.
he's gonna reach into his bag, pull out a red ribbon, tie it around the tree, take a small pin out in the direction the thing was running, tack it to the tree, and then start doubling back the path he was just sprinting.
Okay, we're gonna pause you there. We're gonna go back to Riot Azalea. Yeah, give me a couple minutes. I just want to get to one particular part. So Alejandro, you have gone to help Azalea. She is inside of a hole. It's about 2 feet wide. It looks about 6 feet deep, and somehow she's gotten her feet into the dirt, so she looks like she's about 6 feet and a couple inches in.
Quicksand.
Alejandro kind of just like, since she's so far down there, he's gonna have to like literally lay on the edge of the hole and reach his hand down. And he's like, "Here, I'll help you up."
Oh, thank you so much. This
Perfect.
whole, I don't even know how I got in here.
Perfect. So you pull Azalea up. No rolls needed for this. You get up, and you remember you saw that cottage with an open door. Do you head for that?
Yeah,
Okay. You
I'm
guys are
assuming
heading-
that he's going to have to give Azalea a piggyback ride because Azalea's got a twisted ankle.
Just limping just a little bit.
little
It's
limp.
fine. I think I'll be all right.
All right.
And then cutting back to Sam real quickly. Sam, since you are just walking back through the forest, I do actually need you to roll me plus sharp again.
Plus sharp, okay. Plus sharp is fine. Plus sharp, I've got a +1 in. Again, 7s.
I'm stuck on 9s, so
That's fine. You are walking through. You actually, as you're walking, you spot one of these holes. Same thing. It's about 2 feet across, about 5.5, 6 feet-ish deep. And it's a pretty solid fucking hole.
Does it look like it was made by tool or by hand?
It looks like it would have been made by a shovel.
It's like, what the fuck? Who's digging 6 foot by 2 foot holes? Who would need to? Wait. Average person is about 6.5 at the tallest. I don't think these are for catching people.
Do you look around more?
Yeah.
You've noticed the holes. You start to notice that there are other traps laid. You notice a spot where it looks like there's probably some sort of a net trap. You notice further ahead a spot where there looks to be like a sapling tree that's bent back, that if there's the tripwire is hit just right, will whip forward. And you also catch the faintest ping of light against metal, and you recognize that that is a bear trap.
Oof. I'm about to set off every single trap. Fucking watch me.
And this thing, the path it ran didn't intersect any of it, which means either it set these traps or it knows of these traps.
Sorry, I just looked over at the chat, and it's Coco said vertical grave.
No, yeah, vertical grave.
I mean, we
Fair
could be
thing.
there could be some planting of people.
But you continue on back to the cottage as well.
Yeah, a
And
lot
you-
more carefully now that I've seen those.
Those.
Trying to follow the exact same
And
path he sprinted, because
You all converge at the open door of the cottage. And we'll take our break right here.
All right,
Yeah.
folks, we're gonna take about wait, what, 10 minutes, Liz?
Yeah, 10 minutes should be good.
We'll do a 10-minute break. We will be back in 10 minutes to continue the ongoing adventures of people who are going to get killed in the woods.
I thought I was gonna be the Jinx.
Nope. We'll be right back.
I can make this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Thank you very much for letting us take that little break. We really appreciate it. Everyone's got drinks. Everyone's got refreshers. We're ready to go.
Let's go. Wonderful. So you have all come upon the cottage. The door is a little ajar, as though somebody forgot to close it behind them when they left. It seems like they could have left in a hurry, maybe. You're not entirely sure. What do we do?
Well, that thing was definitely our perp.
Well, that seems to be kind of a little bit jumping to conclusions. I mean, we didn't even check. I'm not sure I know who lives out here.
No. The thing I was chasing after had the exact same clothes as that thing in the, I guess some people would call it a vision. Looking into the past, essentially. Observing a place like it was observing it as a third person.
Oh, your pa was cognizant too. That's interesting. I never met another one before.
You can do that as well.
Oh, yes.
Huh.
Not always the best at it.
Comes with practice. Well, sometimes. Some situations are a lot easier than read to the others. Like New York. Ugh. That one was a clusterfuck. Ish. Just a mess.
So you said the cabin door was open, though, right?
Yeah, it's slightly ajar, yeah.
Is there like a front porch?
Yep, so there's the front porch, and then there's the door, but it's an open porch, and then the door is slightly ajar.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll deposit Azalea on the front porch so she can sit there.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'm gonna walk up the steps and kind of look inside the cabin and look around.
What you can see, do you put your head into where the door is ajar?
I mean, I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. So when you open the door, the first thing that you see seems to be a pretty normal kind of woodsy cabin. The first room that you can see is kind of probably what's the living area, but there's a lot of books and paper around. The coffee table seems to have paper all over it. There's a desk that's got books and other papers all over it. And there's a bookcase, and it's got a few books in it, and it's also got 3 model cars on it.
You like little scale models?
Little scale models.
All right. So what is? How many doors do I see leaving the room?
There are 2 doors leaving the room, one to either side of the bookcase, and then further down, kind of directly across from where you are, is a open, wide archway, and you can just see the edge of a table and a few chairs, it's a dining room.
Gotcha. There's probably a kitchen in that area as well. So,
Yep.
I kind of I'm gonna hello? Anyone home?
No response.
I turn back to them. It's there doesn't seem to be anyone here, so I help Azalea back up. Let's get you more comfortable, and maybe we can see if there is anything here that is of use, since we can't catch the quad runner.
That's one way to put it. Your ankle looks sprained. How's it feel?
Oh, I mean, it's just probably a roll. I could probably wrap it when I get back into town.
Hold on a second. No need. Because one of the things magic can do with the use of that skill is heal.
That's true.
So just as he kind of just mutters something under his breath and clasps his hands together, there's a glow. His palms are literally glowing.
Okay.
So he's going to hold it in between the ankle. And 5 and a 5 plus 2. 12.
Okay. So that goes perfectly well. Everything works. Do. And your ankle no longer hurts. You can walk on it completely normally.
Oh, well, dang. That worked better than a whole bag of eyes.
Magic has its gifts.
Blessing and a curse.
Depends on the kind of magic.
Was there... you said there was nobody inside?
Apparently not.
I didn't get any response. I haven't really looked around further. I'm kind of like going over to the coffee table and looking at all the paperwork spilled all over the coffee table is.
You see that they are mostly letters. They are the handwriting is female.
I am good. I can identify female and male handwriting.
It's that very like fancy.
I will have you know I draw hearts over all my eyes.
I believe that.
I was about to say,
But
so
I've
it's more
I don't even
flowy
dot
and
my eyes.
flamboyant.
Dot my eyes. I'm just fucking with you. I know, but so it's I'm assuming they're personal letters, etc., etc.
You know what? Roll me sharp.
You got
Investigate this mystery.
Investigation.
11.
Lovely.
Dang.
So the top letter that you see, you kind of skim over it, and two particular words poke out at you. Immortality and ritual. And at the very bottom, there's not a name, it's just a set of initials, and the initials are JC.
Motherfucker.
We have found Jesus Christ's ritual for obtaining immortality.
It's just 3 nails in a couple of days.
Jesus Christ walked up to the innkeeper, threw 3 nails on the counter, and said, "Can you put me
Can you
up for
put
the
me
night?"
up for the night?
Okay, so you're looking at the letters on the
Yes.
coffee table. Where are the other two?
You know what? It worked swimmingly last time. Let's use magic again.
Okay.
Let's see. The effects I'm looking for is let's see. So glad I have the book.
Shush, my dude.
I guess one way to do it is do one thing that is beyond human limitations, using magic to heighten the senses, looking for something that could help identify who was here or what connection they may have to the traps outside.
Okay. Roll.
Of course, they get caught in the keyboard. I swear, I need to find my dice tray wherever that ran off to. And borrowed it one time, and I haven't seen it since.
Bean took it.
So
Charlie
that is an
loves
11.
11. Okay. So the magic works without issues. So items start glowing to your senses. The first you see in a far corner, over by by the door to the right of the bookcase, you see a dirty shovel is glowing. But you also notice that the 3 cars on the bookcase are glowing.
Huh.
And you notice that, at least from this far away, without doing a closer inspection, they're all painted in the same color scheme.
3 cars?
Yep.
That's odd. Let's investigate the cars. The shovel is obvious. Like, well, I think we know who's been digging the holes.
Okay, roll me sharp.
7 again. What is it with you in 7s?
Okay.
Like, I'm not mad, but
With a 7, you realize that despite that these are all models of the same car, just from different years, you don't know what years, but you do recognize the Chevy logo on all of them.
Do these look freshly painted by chance?
No, these have been made and painted for some time. In fact, the one furthest to the left almost looks really old.
That's interesting. Why are you sitting? Just pulls out phone, takes a picture of it.
Do you do like a reverse Google image search?
Uh-huh.
Which one did you take a picture of?
Circle to search.
We'll do all three, like get a picture of all three of them and then do them individually, starting search with the oldest one.
Start and search with the oldest one. Google shows you that this is a model of a 1969 Chevy Camaro. The middle one comes up as a 1977 Chevy Camaro. And the last one comes up as a 2006 Camaro Concept.
All models?
All models. And they are all, like I said, they're all painted in the same color scheme. They are all yellow with black racing stripes.
Somebody's a fan of Bumblebee.
It's like,
This has Shia LaBeouf written all over it.
it's like, hang on a
We're
second.
chasing cannibalistic Shia LaBeouf. He ate all those people.
No!
All right, let's see.
Okay, well, you're doing that. Cassie, where have you gone?
So,
Did you stay in this room? Did you go through one of the doors? Did you go through the archway into, like, the dining room?
did Alejandro mention he was looking through those letters?
You would have seen him looking through
Yeah.
the letters.
Okay. But it didn't mention anything about anything?
I said I did.
Oh,
make
you said the
bad
Jesus
joke
Christ
about
thing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So I would have, if you walked over, I would have showed you the letter with that information on it.
Okay. Okay. Seeing those particular initials written out, I want to use my recollection rote.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Super power.
she'll pull out she'll dig around in her bag. She's got like a big messenger bag. And she'll dig around in there and pull out a stick of incense and a lighter, and she'll light it real quick, blow it out, kind of shake it about a little bit. You can smell a lot of cinnamon coming off of it. She'll put her hand out and she'll whisper some very, very quiet words.
Okay.
And cast
And
a
roll
spell.
me weird.
Make a weird roll. Get back here. Where's my mouse?
Hexes
Make
are
a weird
good-
roll.
Hexes are pretty good at weird, if I remember correctly.
I got pretty good weird. I got pretty good weird. Okay. That'd be a 10.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
That's real good.
So you are touching the letter. And you see someone sitting on the couch reading the letter. And you see them and they're nodding. And it is a masculine figure. And then they put the letter down and they look up and you see the face. And it is in fact Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my god! I was totally kidding with the holes, but then we started going over the Camaros, and I was like, no way.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I cracked a joke of who's it gonna be? Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. There was actually, it's like,
I was already laughing.
damn
We're
it.
gonna know.
yeah, I know, but it's just one of those. How does my brain keep predicting these things? Like pulling these answers out of thin fucking air?
God, man, I was totally kidding about the holes. I was like, that's nothing. Nobody
No,
like.
no, I was really that was my whole thing was like, this person has experience digging holes.
Well, yeah, you said 6 feet. I was like, that's the same length as a shovel. Like in my brain, I was like, holes. Like I almost put on that song.
See, my brain,
my
as soon as I heard holes, just started hearing Windy Rose.
Oh no! From the movie Holes, they have
Oh,
a
yeah.
song of a digging hole. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one, but my brain doesn't go to that song when I think of holes. I just think Windy Rose Diggy Diggy Hole.
Diggy
Yes.
diggy hole.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
So, yeah.
so holy
You
crap,
now
we're
know.
actually hunting Shia LaBeouf.
You're actually hunting Shia LaBeouf.
Actual, no, not Shia LaBeouf. Actual
Cannibal Shia
LaBeouf.
Oh my god.
But you don't actually know the cannibal part yet.
No.
Just know it's Shia LaBeouf. And we're gonna say
And a movie
for this,
crew, of course.
that Shia LaBeouf, that actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf does not exist within this universe.
Okay. So we have no idea why we're hunting Shia LaBeouf.
No, all you know, all Azalea knows is that Shia LaBeouf has been staying here and communicating with her sister about rituals for immortality.
So she'll kind of just.
You good over there?
Shia LaBeouf is staying in this cabin.
Cool.
Wait, legit?
Well, I believe so.
Huh.
That or his doppel, whatever you
And who?
said.
Doppelganger?
Oh, you know, he's a real famous actor. He was on that show Even Stevens on the Disney Channel. There's a movie about holes.
No, it was called Holes. I know that one.
Yeah.
I think he was in like the like early 2000s Transformers films too.
The first few Transformers. Yes, he was.
Oh, that guy.
Constantine. Yeah.
All right.
I forgot he was in Constantine. He was a lot younger then.
Mm-hmm. That was an early role.
He was in one of the Indiana Jones films too.
Oh, I don't like those movies. They're real scary.
And we don't talk about that last one.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Good.
He's like,
Fucking
so many
aliens.
things change so quickly.
You get used to it.
I didn't know
Eventually.
he was working on this movie. Huh.
I have a feeling.
I might have to Google that cast list.
Go ahead and Google that because I'm starting to get a real bad feeling. Because
Did I ever get the email from the sheriff's department?
You
Or
did,
the
so you know that they are going to be filming. There is a location relatively close to here, actually. That is, they're going to be filming. It's maybe about 15-20 minute walk through the woods.
I was like, hold on, my phone is like, there's actually a filming location really close by.
out of curiosity, is it in the general direction that thing juked me?
Alejandro would not know that.
Oh no, I'm assuming he's looking at the map that I have up, and
Yes.
You can assume it could have been, but you're not entirely sure. So Azalea's looking up the cast list.
let's review some
What are you guys
facts.
doing? We stay in this room, we explore in elsewhere, see if
Let's-
there's more to find.
Let's give a look over the rest of the place because that shovel was definitely used to dig those holes.
Okay.
But there's
Where are we
other
going?
traps out there too. So what are the other two rooms?
Directly ahead of where Alejandro would be is a big archway. You can see the chairs. Looks like there's a table, dining room, and then to either side of the bookcase are two doors. Or there's a door to either side of the bookcase.
Let's try the door by the bookcase.
Which one? The one to the right or the one to the left?
Always start out with the left.
and I'll head through the archway into the kitchen dining area.
Wonderful. I love this.
We're splitting the party.
I'm splitting the party. It's fine.
In a cabin in the woods. Nothing bad
we-
could happen.
I saw that movie.
We're actually going to start with Ray for this one.
Hey!
It's fine. It's fine.
You get
So
top
you-
first.
You go into the dining room. The table seats about. It's a relatively large table. It seats about 8 people. There is just a singular place setting. You see there is a bottle of wine. There's, that singular place setting, plate, little food left behind on it. Looks like some remnants of like mashed potatoes, whatever like sauce or something might have been on the protein, and a couple of beans left on the plate. And there's a little bit of wine left in the glass.
So I'm like, okay, so only one place setting, right?
Only one place setting.
All right. I kind of like I pick up the bottle of wine. Alejandro knows nothing about wine. He's like,
so you are seeing there's the label. So you see it says like a fancy name that's probably like the vineyard or wherever it came from. There's a year at the bottom. That's whatever it was whenever it was like vinted. And then in the middle, like kind of in the middle right under where the name of the vineyard is, it just says Chianti.
Of course it does.
fava beans.
You know what? For that, roll me weird to see how well you know beans.
Weird.
How well do you know beans?
I got an 8.
8. You like these. You recognize these as broad beans, and you know they have another name, but it is not coming to you.
That's mean. So in that case, I assume the kitchen's right off the dining room.
The kitchen is right off the dining room, but we're gonna go to Sam, who's heading down a flight of stairs, and it's dark.
Just small note of flame in the palm of his hand, used for light, kind of like a makeshift torch. And if need to, just nope, yeet.
So you've got the flickering light. You hit the bottom of the stairs. You're clearly in some kind of a basement, and you see shapes off to your right.
Kind of holds arm outstretched, ready to finish casting this spell if it's hostile.
It's not moving.
Just further illuminating the room in that direction.
The figures aren't moving. You can see a foot, 2 feet, a third foot. You can see more leg.
Slowly move that way, looking also for any like light switch or anything.
You'll eventually see a pull cord.
Just keep my eyes on what the things are. Just reach up and just click.
Like flickers on after a second. It's just the bare bulb with the pull cord. And before you are 3 bodies.
Dead, mummified.
Dead bodies. But they've also been drained of all their blood.
Of course they have. Alright. It's a Shia LaBeouf's a fucking vampire. Or Chupacabra.
Actually, please roll me sharp to investigate this mystery.
Got you.
Gonna see if we can find some ribs missing, maybe some thigh meat.
What is it with you guys in 7s?
Okay.
This is why I was like, I don't trust my dice anymore. They're only rolling
I'm
one thing.
questioning. Like 7 isn't even my lucky number. Why are
Apparently
you going
it is tonight.
7s?
I don't want you
Apparently.
to do that. Great. So you go over. It's 2 looks to be male presenting bodies. 1 looks to be female presenting body. And we will give you. The female presenting body is like covered. You can kind of make out like the more boxy shape of masculine presenting bodies as opposed to the slightly curvier shape of the female. For one of the males, he is face up. There's a kind of sheet covering the legs and everything. But you can see, work with this stuff, you kind of know anatomy a little bit. His liver is missing.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Okay. Blood and liver. Writes that down.
You check either of the other bodies.
Both of them.
Both of them. You see on the female body that it is face down, and both of the kidneys are missing. And you see the other male body is also face up, and the heart is missing.
All right.
And as you start to realize all that, you get a sudden twinge of burning hot flame. And you know that you owe someone a favor.
Oh. Now? Really?
And that's just a warning as a portal appears in front of you. And there's just a man's grinning face.
Of all time, I had to call this in.
It's important.
How important are we talking?
Someone's kidnapped my son. Well,
Please tell me it's not
well,
been within the last 24 hours.
it was in the last 20 minutes.
Well, think I know the perpetrator. You're not going to believe it.
I don't care. Kill it. Get my son.
All right, all right. We're already looking to track this thing down.
Portal closes and an image of someone is burned into your brain.
No, you could have just said Polaroid.
And then you look and there's a Polaroid drifting to the ground too.
I son of a cheeky fucker.
And the image on the Polaroid is the same image that was burned into your brain. It is a dark-skinned man with golden eyes, long, kind of dreadlocked hair. Very, very nicely dressed.
Okay. Just kind of holler to the others like, guys, we got a problem.
I was expecting you to say we got a live one.
Oh, jeez.
Just coming back up the stairs. It's like, okay. Well, I found the bodies.
There's bodies in a basement.
3 of them. And all of them are missing things. One of them missing a liver. One of them missing both of their kidneys. And one of them missing a heart. It looks like this guy's finding body parts.
Does the
Hold up
movie
the
Silence of the
Polaroid.
Lambs exist in this universe?
Yes.
Got it.
And I've got his next victim.
How'd you find his next victim?
Don't ask.
Well, if we got him, we should let him go or help
Well,
him or something.
No, as in we know who the next victim is. And he may already have him in his clutches. Within the past less than half hour?
How do we even know they're missing yet?
Oh, trust me. I don't normally reveal my sources to things, but no, we really need to get them back.
Okay, well, how are we supposed to hunt Shia LaBeouf?
Well, we know who he is now. So for one, we can alert the cops that, hey, we know who the killer is. Y'all aren't going to believe it. And then we can start combing the woods. Like, he's obviously nearby. This is his home. This is where he's bringing the bodies.
Yeah, you have magic, right?
Right?
I opened the other door that he didn't go down. I'm assuming it's a bedroom.
Just bedroom. Nothing special.
Bathroom adjacent.
Bathroom adjacent.
Walk into the bathroom. Hairbrush, toothbrush, anything?
Nope.
I look in the drain. In the tub. Hair residue?
No, you know what? I will have you roll me sharp for that. Let's see.
11.
There is the littlest bit of hair residue.
I grab like a piece of tissue and like pick it up. And I was like, here, use magic. Find this.
Actually,
Oh,
that
that's,
could work. You work with hexes and other spells, right?
I mean, I don't do that voodoo.
I wouldn't exactly call it that. A simple tracking spell is.
I go down. Says, you said there's 3 bodies in the basement?
Yeah, 3 of them. Why?
I just turn and start walking downstairs in the basement.
We need to find this next victim before he dies, mind you.
Okay, well, you said we know who this victim is. Do we have a name or a description or something? I can call us into the chief right now.
Puts the Polaroid on the table.
You
that
see
works just great.
Polaroid. You recognize this person. This is another person from town. You know them as Dionysus Rockwell. Let me double check my names to make sure I'm saying things, doing the right things, because now I can't remember.
Dionysus
Yes.
Rockwell? That's cool.
Dionysus Rockwell, but he usually goes by Dio.
Right.
We're going to pause you guys there. Ray has gone into the basement. Alejandro, there are 3 bodies before you. The 2 men are face up. The woman is face down. And she is now probably still back covered with that sheet.
Gotcha. Because we're doing this as a one-off, can I change one of my powers?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take...
Speak with Dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
And remove Death Wound.
Okay. Who do you speak to?
I'm going to go to... see, the last one was probably the... I'm going to the youngest looking male.
That is the one with the liver missing.
Okay. I'm going to awaken his spirit.
You just see, the chest rises. Who are you? What happened? I was in a bad place.
I say, do you remember who took you?
It was fucking Shia LaBeouf.
Did he say anything to you while he had you, or before he killed you?
Knocked me out with a rock. Woke up for a second in some kind of circle somewhere, and then I was in a bad place. Oh, I don't want to go. Don't let me go back there. It was bad. I don't want to go back there.
Were you there before I woke you up?
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about the place? What it looked like? You said a circle.
So that's where it killed me. Some kind of circle. I don't fucking know. And then I was in the bad place.
It's like I say, all right. I release the spirit, let it rest again.
The chest deflates.
I'm going to wake up the other male body because he was the first.
Yes, that is one that's missing its heart.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to wake that body up.
Same thing. Chest rises that long in-draw of breath, and it's just kind of like staring. The eyes are going back and forth like it's freaking out.
Gotcha. Do you know what happened to you?
And he looks down and he sees the like open chest. What the fuck? What the fuck? What's my heart? I don't have a heart. What'd you do to my heart?
Do you know who took your heart?
If I knew who took my heart, do you think I'd be asking what you did with it?
So you do not remember anything?
I got hit in the fucking head, and then I was in some sort of weird circle on some kind of big ass rock somewhere, and then I was missing my heart.
And that's all you remember?
That's what happened to my heart.
I don't know. Put him back to sleep.
As you put him back to sleep, you remember when you got sent the filming locations. The one that's about 20-ish minutes away, they on the sheet that like you got like a picture of like a sheet that like says, and it says what they're calling each location. there's a specific location that they're calling the ritual circle.
So at that point, I just head back upstairs.
Okay.
And it's like, I think I know where he kills the bodies, and if he has one, that's probably where he's going.
Where?
There's a set location called the Ritual Circle.
They named it the ritual. Fucking Christ.
It's a horror
And
movie.
reminder, it was a horror movie.
Every horror movie has to have a ritual circle.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine one that doesn't. Can I see that map real quick?
I hand you the map.
Cassie, as you're looking at his phone,
Mhm.
you notice there's no bars. Worked earlier. No bars now.
That's strange. You should check with your provider. It seems you lost some signal. But yeah, I know where this is. We can head there right now. I'll just call Chief real quick and have him meet us up there or something. I'll hand him his phone back and pull out my phone.
No signal. No service.
Oh, well that's strange. I don't have service out here.
Huh? I just had.
Same.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
All right. Well, I guess we'll rain check on the track and spell if there's a ritual circle.
Yeah, let's double time it.
Yeah, no, that
Never had to kill a celebrity before.
I would. Oh gosh, if anything happened to Dio, I don't know what I would do.
I need to question him if he's involved with the cult.
If considering what we found out about, you mentioned something about some sort of information about a ritual,
Well, there's things in these letters.
Ritual
and
for immortality.
we found missing body parts. So yeah, if he's having help, they're probably going to be there helping him. So let's double time it, because
Someone named JC.
I think that part's got me the most concerned.
why?
Because I was worried he was Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's right, but well, I had a sister. She went missing when I was about 16. Her name is
initials are-
Juniper.
Alejandro, it suddenly clicks. Why Azalea's face looks familiar. Has the same facial features as the person who killed you.
Oh, motherfuck.
Oh shit.
This part honestly wrote its fucking self.
That's. This is too good.
Your
This is too
sister
good.
disappeared 6 years ago.
I suppose it has been 6 years. Yeah.
Well, that's what you said.
Oh no, I was 16.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it was about 6 years ago.
What? Did you know her well?
My sister?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we did everything together. I mean,
In
We
his
used to go-
hand, in his pocket, his hand is clenching on the athame very, very hard. He says, you did everything together.
yes, we were like best friends. We would go to garden parties together, and we helped out Gran in her shop. I mean, she always had us clipping herbs and stuff in her backyard. But
What type of shop did Graham have?
oh, it was well, a lot of people think it's all kinds of woohoo crazy magic stuff, but she used to supply herbs to the people in town. We do spell jars and such. I always thought it was a whole bunch of hocus pocus until, well, like my side kicked in, and
So that could do hocus pocus.
So, could your sister do hocus pocus?
I don't know. I didn't really. Nothing really clicked until after she went missing.
How long ago did I die? Have I been able to find that out yet?
You probably died about a year ago.
I can tell you that your sister was alive at least a year ago.
So this could be hers.
I hope it is.
And Azalea, that's when it clicks. That familiar Athame. Your grandmother gave them to you both.
Mm-hmm.
Uncanny.
He has your
fucking
sister's
valley.
Athame.
How did you say you got that knife again?
It was a very deeply, sincerely given gift.
Well, I don't know why my sister would be giving you a knife that Grand gave to both of us. She'll like reach up under her skirt and pull her own out.
It's exactly the same as yours.
We were told these were very special.
Yes, they're sacrificial daggers. And I pull out that one. This one is like, this one was used to kill me.
You're arisen. And you were suspicious of me using magic?
Yes, because I'm arisen. I'm risen with magic. If you can use magic, you can undo me. Jesus.
You lie, my sister would never kill anyone.
An uncanny valley isn't always uncanny. Said it before, I'll say it again. That said, do we really have time for all this? We can
Yeah,
discuss
no,
all
let's
this
go meet her
after we
sister.
go kill Shia LaBeouf.
Aaron, you get another twinge of pain.
Okay, we need to move fast. Now.
Let's go.
Okay. You
know what?
What?
Let's expedite this. Using magic.
Well, before you
And I
use
don't
magic,
know.
what door do you guys go out of? Go out the front door? Do you try to find a back door?
I'm assuming the back door would be the rest of the way through the kitchen.
Yes.
Is the back door in the direction we're supposed to be going anyway, or?
Could be. You're not sure.
I think I'd probably be heading towards the front door because that's
That's the way we
it's
came
open.
in, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going out the way you came in?
Well,
It's a
we didn't
guaranteed
blow up when we
exit.
went in the front door, so I'm assuming we won't blow up going out the front door, so.
Well, also, it's the only point of entry that we know of.
Yes.
Why waste
Yeah.
time looking for a secondary one?
You exit the door.
So we can run directly into Shia LaBeouf.
Exactly, actually. He is right outside.
He's always right outside. He's creepy like that.
Dang.
Close this now, and I can close this now.
Ah.
And he has a knife in one hand.
Oh no. My biggest weakness. Small knives.
And it's and he kind of Alejandro stops, looks at him for half a second, and just barrels into him.
Okay. What do I need? So
He
I
has his athame in
going
his
to
hand.
have-
too.
I am going to have you roll tough.
To kick some ass.
Yes.
I'm kicking ass, guys.
Good roll?
I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
But
good.
plus 2 is a 4.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so
No,
when you
bad,
fail, you get your ass kicked. So as you try to barrel into him, he just kind of just turns to the side, but he reaches out and he grabs your arm and his hand, and he digs his nails in and he rips, and skin
Ooh.
comes away.
Oh.
As he rips from me, I activate Eye for an Eye, and the same thing happens to him.
Ooh.
Yep. So you are gonna take I'm modifying this one a little bit. So you're gonna take 2 harm, but he's also gonna take 2 harm.
Yes.
All right.
Because he was mean to me.
And before you guys can do anything else, he brings his hand up to his mouth. And you can imagine what he does. We won't actually say it on here.
Yes, it's very
You-
gross.
He goes
Very
down. La, 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 la,
And
la.
Alejandro, you are close enough to see kind of the veins kind of almost seem to pulse in his eyes. And he just kind of stretches, and you hear some bones crack for a second. And he just smirks.
You should have kept working with Michael Bay.
You're putting that
Blast
evil
the
out
fucker.
there.
Sorry, say what you're doing?
Blast the fuck up.
So, using under normal circumstances, fighting someone would use kicks of ass, rolling off tough. I, however, use combat magic, which utilizes weird.
Yes, you do.
So the base is missile, and the effect fire.
Okay. Roll.
5 and a 5. It's either 7s or 5s. I don't know why, but that's also a +2, so that's 12.
Okay. You see, sinks in. The fire doesn't spread, stays, but you see it sizzle in. It doesn't seem to have as much effect as you thought it would initially.
So 3 magical fire damage, and although the fire itself doesn't spread beyond him, he is now on fire.
Yes.
Just like it typically does more. Oh, fuck.
Oh shit. Can 2 of our powers activate at once?
I mean, you can use your. They're not powers; they're abilities.
Okay. Because whenever he attacked me, the weight of guilt should have hit him, and so he is now slowed.
He hasn't moved.
Ooh.
No, I meant all of his actions are slowed.
He still hasn't. He hasn't tried to do anything. Outside of that, that's one of those like, he's slowed, but you still rolled a 4.
Yeah. Oh no, I rolled a bad 4.
Yeah.
So you just see him slowly lick his fingers.
It's
Sensuously.
even creepier.
Oh, that's so much worse. That's so much worse.
Great, my power made it worse. Got it.
Just nah. All right, well, I guess it's my turn then. I should trigger warning myself now. Self-harm is not okay. We are here for you. Please reach out if you need help.
Yes. Do not do as she does.
Yes. She's gonna take her athame and she's gonna reverse it in her hand and staring at actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. She's going to carve 2 runes into her arm. And she's going to use her second rote, Reflection. So now I gotta roll and see if this actually hurts anybody or if it's just me. So, okay. I have to mark that I took the harm. Ooh, yes! That's a...
Good, yes?
Okay. Do I add anything to my roads? I don't think I add anything to my roads.
No, when you roll, you're
No.
rolling weird, so you add your weird.
It is weird. That's right. Okay, well, it's a 13, which is perfect.
Cool.
Hell yeah!
So you, I will say it's you. I think you can only do it like, or are you doing 2 because that's how you imagine it for the thing?
That'll be
I would say it's only like 1 at a time.
1 at a time. Yeah. So 2, it'll just be like
1 is kind of like the activation of
Yeah.
it, and then the other is the actual like. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you watch as she does this, and he just kind of for a second, and there's a little blood. Not a lot.
Okay, well, I thought that used to be a lot stronger than it was, but
And now it's his turn.
I don't like this. don't
Uh,
like this.
And Alejandro, you are closest to him, so he is going to go after you. And he has got that knife,
Yes.
so he is going to try and do you a stabby stab.
A stabby stab.
So we're gonna roll. Okay. So he got a 9, so he does stab you. But because of what you have, so you are going to take 2 harm. But you see, as you know it should, it also affects him, and he takes a couple of harm.
And I am officially unstable.
No,
Unstable.
Judas, no.
Jeez. All right. So, is it back to me? I guess.
Yes, it would be back to you.
So like, I'm like all like stabbed and bleeding. Don't seem to be noticing it. Don't seem to care. I'm just gonna launch myself at him again with the anathema in my hand. I am going to roll to kick some ass. And
Remember, you do have that lend a hand from earlier.
yes, it wouldn't have helped in the last one though.
This is fair.
I'm going to spend that lend a hand to get a 7.
Okay. How do you attack him?
Just going to come up. I'm literally just trying to tackle him more than I'm trying to actually attack him. But, you know, I'm just going to let the blade go pointed between us. I'm going to grab him with one arm and then drive the blade up into him with the other arm. And I'm basically just trying to bear him to the ground.
Okay. You have unfortunately put yourself in biting range.
Ugh.
So he is going to use his attack, bite and tear.
Gotcha.
And you see, as some of that damage that he seems to have taken goes away.
He is also still on fire, so does tackling him have any negative effects?
We'll say since the fire doesn't spread, it will not spread too.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna. We're gonna avoid friendly fire as much as possible, literally.
Friendly fire. Shots fired.
No.
Shots
No,
fired.
we're not fans of friendly fire.
No triple F. No
No
friendly
triple F.
fire fumbles.
So Sam, it's now your turn.
Well, fire didn't see much to him. Let's see how pure unbridled chaos works. So, missile once more, because with my newer friend so close, the wall would unfortunately trying to put a barrier up against the bad guy to hurt him would also come in contact with friend. Not a good thing. So we're just going to shoot the fucker with the energy effect of entropy, which is plus 1 harm, so it's 2 harm overall, and messy. So like a shotgun blast, it takes a lump of shit from the individual and tosses it on the ground or walls, or it's messy. That's a 12.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that does additional things or if that, because I know for kick some ass specifically, there are some things that occur when you roll the 10 or above, I think.
Yes, you get to choose an extra effect.
Okay. It just
you can
goes a
gain
little
the
bit.
advantage, take one forward, or give one forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm. You would suffer less harm, but I'm not doing a they attack you too. Or you force them where you want them.
Let's force them where I want them, curving the spell to put some distance and knock them a little bit back. That way they're not necessarily within biting range of our new friend.
Okay. So the spell kind of manages to somehow kind of curve. And actually, you see it goes right through like his side. and it pushes him, and he's further away, and he's also actually down on his side right now.
It's like, don't let him get too close. Seems to like the taste of human flesh.
I don't like the way you said that.
All right,
Looking at the
Azalea,
bite
you're up.
taken out of him.
Actually, if that bite did damage, the thing also took damage from biting you.
Yep,
Yeah.
he did.
It's hilarious. We got 2 voodoo dolls. Just sitting here.
All right, Azalea, you're up.
It's my turn. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep trying to inflict some woundage on him, and she'll just carve another.
All right, roll again.
And I do have Luck of the Damned, so if I use magic or cast a road, I get a +1 forward on the
Yes.
next roll I make.
Yep.
So I get to
Ooh.
add that to my roll. Less likely to fail when I do it a second time. But I said things now.
Well, those also can be used accumulatively. So since you have 2+ forwards,
Yeah, because you have
from
used
the
roll
current
one
one you're
forward.
using and the one from last time,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was only for a sharp.
No, it's for either.
I
of
could use
your-
it for anything.
yep,
Okay,
it's pretty much
okay.
it's like a universal token.
Right on. Well, then with well, gosh, I only need the.
I don't say that. Don't jinx yourself.
No. I rolled an 8. I have a +2 weird, so I don't know.
So then you can save
I
those
don't
2
even
for
need,
later.
yeah, I don't
10.
even need to use them. So
Okay, so he
takes another 2 harm.
Takes another 2 harm. He's looking pretty fucked up at this point.
Yeah, man. Don't mess with voodoo dolls.
He's pretty damn bloody.
I think we got him on the ropes, y'all.
And since he did bite you, Alejandro, we're just gonna go straight to your turn.
Okay.
So what do you do?
All right. So, I'm assuming that we're still kind of tangled up together.
No, he's been pushed away from you.
Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry. So
Charlie.
I am going to go ahead and let me see what the gear was you gave me.
You have the Athame and you have the motorcycle. Those are what you picked.
Okay, got it. And we left the motorcycle back at the place. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to charge him with the Athame again.
Okay.
It's the only thing I really have to do. 11.
11. So he will take 1 harm. Actually, with that, you get the thing. Let me switch to the other one. So you can gain the advantage. You would take 1 forward or give 1 forward to another hunter. You can inflict terrible harm, which would be an additional 1. You would suffer less harm if he chooses to attack you, or you can force them where you want them.
I guess I'm going to inflict terrible harm.
Okay. So you charge him with the Athame. It sinks into his chest, and the body goes limp.
Okay.
Okay, well, he's down. What do we do now? Does anybody have any, like, duct tape or something?
Oh, I got an idea.
No, Alejandro, you are close enough to know that he is dead.
Fuck. He's dead.
Relax. If he's here, then he's not the one that took the victim.
I just reach out and I wake the body.
Oh, jeez.
As you do that,
Mm-hmm.
the hand grabs your wrist. Fingers dig in as he sits up, and he looks pissed. No!
Fireball. Just instinctively just aim for the chest. Fireball.
Fireball.
God damn it.
Ugh.
All right, roll it, Sam.
Okay, now you want to break the freaking curb. 13.
Okay.
And with
So you
fire,
get your
we're
extra
gonna
effect.
we're gonna add the extra damage, which makes it 4.
Okay.
She grabs on like, nope, straight to hell with you.
Oh,
Hopefully.
I'm sure he's just digging his nails into your forearm. Thalia.
Uh,
No, I assume nothing happens when I try and talk to his dead spirit because he's dead.
He's not dead.
he's not dead. He's not dead.
Got a whole
You can feel your hand is on his chest. You can feel the heart beating again. And he looks like he's taken. Well, when he first had awoken, he looked like he'd taken absolutely no damage.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
Hit him again.
Well, I'm
All
assuming
right.
the knife's still in him.
The knife is still in him, but yeah, it's not your turn, so it can't do anything
No,
yet.
I'm waiting.
All right. Well, I'm gonna like get a couple steps closer. I'm gonna pull out my revolver and I'm gonna aim it for his head.
Okay.
He can't really come back if he doesn't have a brain left anymore, and fire away.
Roll to kick some ass. Roll tough.
Should have gone for the head.
This I'm worried about. I cool. You know what? Even with my forwards, this is not good. I rolled.
There is a mechanic you can use.
There is. You can always use a luck point. If
Yep.
your freedom roll is a success.
It'll treat a rolled success. It'll also can be used to negate all harm from an injury.
Mhm.
Now, granted, some playbooks have a special event or special thing that it goes along with luck points. Like, for instance, for the Apocalypse, or one of them, or the Harbinger, for
I
every
don't
luck
have anything
point they
for it.
use, they trigger a, what would be the term? A sign of the apocalypse.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything like that. So
No,
So you
you
should
don't.
just be able to burn a luck
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
You're
I'm
good.
just gonna burn a luck and try to shoot his brains out.
Okay. It's automatically treated as a success using the luck point.
It automatically treats it as a 12.
So you do get to gain the advantage. You can take one forward. You could give one forward to another hunter, inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm, or force them where you want them.
I'm just gonna go with more harm. Like
Cool.
I'm gonna stack as much damage on it as I can.
Okay. Bullet goes through the head, but he's still alive.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Kind of creature still moves around with a bullet in the brain. Ugh, I hate it.
And now, Alejandro,
Mm-hmm.
your hand is on his chest,
Mm-hmm.
and he does it again, and he rips from your arm and slowly licks his fingers.
Basically doing another 2 harm to me.
Yep.
Okay.
And taking 2 harm.
That's the fun part. You actually see he takes harm for a second, and then it goes away.
Stop feeding him.
That's Concernicus.
Is he even looking charred
Yes.
at all from the flames? Okay.
Yeah,
So
he
that's
looks
at least
charred from the
working.
flames.
So the fire's working.
I can see where I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm not
I
dying yet.
I should have.
So Alejandro is going to be like, he's going to put his hand on the Athma, put his foot on him, because you said he went down, right?
Yes. Yeah, he's still down.
Yeah, and he's just going to like He's just gonna like take the athema, put his foot in his chest, and he's just going to wrench the athema sideways and see just how many ribs and everything else it can snap through.
Okay. Roll tough.
I'm gonna spend a luck to make it a 12.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're going to inflict the additional harm.
Yes. And I'm also looking to see if I can like expose his heart.
Ooh. You wrench it through. The ribs goes down. I have to check to see. And while it wrenches through the ribs, it doesn't seem to affect him all that much. Like you can see the jumping of the heart, but like he doesn't seem super phased by what you just did. It's like he
doesn't
didn't
feel the pain.
It's like he didn't take any damage at all.
Uh,
And now it's insert.
The heartbeat. Oh, I got an idea. Now, I'm not sure this is going to work, but using the wall effect and the energy effect of lightning, kind of class hand it almost like a cage and make the wall of lightning and electricity around the heart, attempting to basically shock it to the point its pattern gets irregular and just stops.
Okay. Roll.
I will also be using a luck point because that's 2 1s, and I'm not risking that.
this is why I was scared
And
when I got the extra 6s
my-
in the beginning.
My luck points have an unexpected thing. It's the Spellslinger special. When you spend a point of luck, the official council of wizards is going to poke their nose into your business.
Yes. Your other hand gets a little icy twinge. And you're like, ah, shit, they're fucking watching
Come
me."
on! But the wall typically would do
Yeah, how much damage do you do?
2 harm, messy, magic, barrier, obvious and loud.
I just need to know harm total.
2.
Doesn't do anything.
Magic.
Doesn't do anything.
Fuck. Oh, wait, no, that's, well, would that count as the 12? Would that have the additional effect?
Yeah. 10 plus. So it would actually be 3.
Yeah, well, they're going to do the extra.
It stops for a second. And then starts back up again.
Oh, you mother... Something's keeping it alive.
Okay. Azalea?
Well, I mean, if something's still keeping him running and all that, we can keep going this until we're blue in the face, but we need to figure out what this ritual circle is and what it's tying back to him, because that's got to be what stops it at this point, right? I can't keep doing this.
Can I suggest that you roll sharp to investigate the mystery?
I can do that mid-combat,
Sure, why not?
right? Okay.
It's not like an
okay.
official combat or something.
That's
True.
I just figured it was a moveset thing. I've been playing 5e way too long.
Yep.
Yay. Okay. So yeah, what is going on? You sumbitch.
You son of a bitch.
You're about to roll using our luck point, aren't you? How bad is it?
Mm.
I'm going to use this preemptively.
Hold on.
It's a 6. Yeah, no, I'll just keep burning luck. Let's go for
Actually,
it.
you don't even have to. You got to try again.
Yeah, you got Sam gave you a lend a hand.
Well, let's try to roll it again. Nope.
You're gonna burn a luck
it's
point?
worse. It's worse. It's worse.
I
We
tried.
got to a 5. So
Okay.
nope. Yeah, we're lucking this. What the fuck is going on with this dude?
So you invest. You kind of use. I will say you kind of use magic to peer at him, and you realize that he can take a lot of damage, but he'll keep coming back until you take his head.
I was on the right track. We
Hang
just
on
got to
one
take off
second.
his head.
Admiral Redbeard earlier donated $50, which gives him the ability to use Devastator, which means that he can choose anyone to have the max outcome of their roll. So, and I do believe he's using it now, which means you can ask the keeper any question, and they must answer you honestly.
Ooh.
You're not limited to just the ones
Well-
on the list.
Okay. Well, if we take his head, he can no longer come back. Oh, gee. Okay. So with Devastator and my weird sight, would there be any threads of fate that tied him to other cannibals in the immediate vicinity?
You look.
Ooh.
You follow the threads. There are no cannibals in the immediate vicinity. But there is
Okay.
one thread that your gaze keeps following. It goes down and down. And you pass out of the city all the way to another country. And at the end of that thread is your sister, wearing robes that make her look like a cult leader. And you see in front of her is a package. And you watch as she opens the package. And inside are vials upon vials of blood. And then you are pulled back.
Okay, we're just taking off his head. Just take off his head.
Alejandro, I got him stalled. Go for it.
If I have an action, I'll just use the anathema to drive it into the back of his neck at the base of his skull. And then I'll pry one way with the anathema, I'll get my fingers in with the other one, and I'll just rip the skull off of the neck.
I mean, he has to be dead for you to do that.
Oh, he'll be dead. He won't have a skull.
He still has harm available to take.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
He has 10 points of harm he can take.
how much does he have left?
Wouldn't you like to know?
And that's telling.
has... He seems to be regenerating everything that I'm throwing at him, but he's also
He
eating me
seems
in
to
the
very
process.
specifically regenerating every time he eats from you.
All right. So I'm going to be like, I'm just fueling the fire. I have to get out of here.
Mhm.
So instead of like trying to do any more damage, rinse the atham out or anything like, or rinse the atham around it anymore, I'm just going to. Is he still standing?
No, he's kind of like
ground?
sitting. He'd been laying on the ground. He's kind of just like sitting up.
Yeah, I'm basically going to grab the atham with both hands on the handle. I'm gonna put both my feet on his chest, and I'm going to do basically a drop kick while pulling the
Beautiful.
atham out and flying myself as far away from him as possible, knocking him backwards or not. I don't care if he can sit up. If he can stay sitting up, all the better, because I have something solid to jump off of.
Yeah, I'll give that one to you. You pull it out, you kick off of him,
Mhm.
dive yourself. He does kind of like go back, but he like pulls himself back up after
Yeah.
a second. And he
then I'm
starts
just gonna crab walk
standing.
backwards away from him.
He starts standing and like because he is slowed because of your stuff. He is trying to follow you.
Sure.
And Sam, you're up.
Just sees the char body. It's like Arnold once said, "You are one ugly motherfucker." Gonna keep it up with the fire.
Okay. Roll.
Actually, better. We're gonna use wall to create a flaming barrier around him to keep him in place.
Okay.
And continually harm him while he's within it.
Okay.
That is a 12.
Okay.
We're going to add a little bit extra harm, so that does 4 harm. Fire doesn't spread, and he is now basically in a flaming cube.
He is trapped. You can see his shape. He's still upright, but he looks pretty fucking bad. Like it won't take too much more to knock him down, so that you could probably take the head. And he's just kind of like trapped in this cube, and he's like, he thinks about going forward and then like steps back, but then like kind of singes the back of his shirt because he stepped too far back.
Mm-hmm. It's like, don't worry, it's like a one-way mirror. You can shoot through that. This will make it easier for him to hit.
Yeah, I'll say you guys could probably see through it, so like you can see him pretty clearly. He only sees fire, but you guys can see him.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I put him in the oven.
Yeah.
Okay, Azalea.
Ugh. All right. We're gonna use the last charge on this reflection, and I'm going to carve one more rune right at the top of her chest.
Okay. Roll.
Now I'm super nervous because my rolls have fallen.
Have faith in the dice.
That would be an 8. No, that would be a 10 using my forwards.
There you go. Not to mention
Perfect.
every time you use them, gain a forward. So you still have
Perfect.
+1 forward.
What is your
Yes, I
additional
do.
effect that you're doing?
All right, so
You're gonna do the extra damage. You're gonna do something else.
we got him in the box. Been pretty solid. He's looking rough. So yeah, we'll take the extra damage.
Okay. So you carve the rune, and you can see through this wall of fire as the same mark appears in the same spot on him. And once again, the body crumples down to the ground.
Just immediately just drops the wall.
Right, move fast, move fast.
Alejandro, take that head.
Alejandro's gonna run over there. I was gonna try and make him go find an axe, but it doesn't have that much time, so he's gonna use what he's got.
You see an axe on his side.
Oh well,
I can run in and get the shovel.
No, he'll snatch off the axe and he'll just like just start hacking away to remove this head as fast as possible.
Taking the head.
Few-
shot of
Takes
the-
a few tries, but eventually you get through it all. The head is off, and after a couple of minutes, nothing happens. He stays down.
This ain't over yet. As he'll redo the flames on the body just to completely dispose of it, it's like, we need to get to that ritual circle. Because he may not have been working alone. And
Right.
we really need that guy alive.
Let's go rescue him.
So Alejandro has huge chunks of him missing and is just standing there like nothing's happened.
Yep.
Ow!
We saw
Patch,
something.
your
What? Oh,
No, I'll patch
Yeah.
you up afterwards. Let's go. We can't have you walking back into town like that. People ask questions, and I ain't dealing with that today. I already got one group that's going to ask me questions, and the other group is very unhappy at the moment. So let's get that guy back alive now, shall we?
And
I
you,
grab the head and bring it with us. I need
Grab
to
the
ask some
head.
questions.
I'm gonna
Torch the
check my
body.
phone. Is my signal still out?
you have signal again.
Okay. I'm calling Chief.
Call Chief on the go.
You're calling Chief
Well,
on the
yes.
go.
We're
You
running.
run
on
into
the phone.
the ritual circle. Chief does not answer, unfortunately. You're pretty sure he's taking a bourbon nap.
A
Son of
bourbon
a
nap.
Son of a bitch.
But you get to the ritual circle, and laying on a very large rock in the center that you would assume is an altar is Dio. But there is nobody else there. And that's where we're going to end this.
Ah!
My
Excellent.
one weakness, my wretched flaw,
The hatred of cliffhangers.
hatred of cliffhangers.
But see, the thing is actually because I'm doing it for another group. It's actually technically planned out as a mini campaign, so we can always come back to this, and
Good.
you can come back to this
And
culty
we
bullshit.
can kill Shia LaBeouf again.
No, Shia LaBeouf is dead.
I
You
know.
you
know.
Over
took his
and
head, you
over and
torched the
over.
body. Yeah, no, that was a really getting close to him was a really bad idea. He has a thing called blood frenzy.
No,
Oh,
I
God.
realized that real quick, but then I was like, I was trying to see if I could do enough damage in close because wound penalties don't affect me. I don't
Yeah.
die. Even if I die, I don't die. So
No, I know. I knew what you were doing, but I was like, but every time you do that, he heals 2 harm.
I know.
He
No!
gains an advantage, and he gets up to 2 armor. So you guys kept doing like 2 damage, and it wouldn't do anything to him.
God damn.
That's
None
like,
of us had any
God.
big booms.
I had plenty of big boobs, but he was just healing faster than I was harming. That's why I put him on fire, because at least that's consistent damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Armor don't protect against fire.
I was
Yeah.
absolutely terrified of like rolling bad on my roads because they
That's-
would have just harmed the party.
Yeah, that's
Look,
the scary
yeah,
thing about
that's-
playing that is the fact that you end up burning through your luck so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you gain a luck back, at least 1 luck back every, I think, either level up and there's certain things.
No,
Or wait, no, there's
Level
certain
up
things that
luck.
allow you to.
there's very
That's
few
an
things that give you
advanced
back-
improvement.
There are very few things that give you back luck. Your luck is a finite resource.
Yep.
Yes.
And once you reach that final one, oh,
You reach your destiny.
luck has run out, literally.
Yep.
Oh,
All right. So thank you so much, Liz, for letting us run into Cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
actual cannibal.
Actual
Shia
cannibal.
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
We can now all say that we have fought actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. That's a thing.
There's a whole song.
There's a whole song. If you had spoken to the female dead body, she actually knew about the decapitation thing.
She's gonna. Oh, damn.
Ah!
God. Figures.
And I had to
Always
put
a
that
day
gif
late
in the
and a
group
dollar
chat.
short.
Excellent. So, Liz, where can people find you on the wonderful, wonderful interwebs?
On the wonderful, wonderful interwebs, you can find me at various iterations of Atmosless or Atmosless 2, depending on my mood and what was available that day. I am obviously here on Wednesdays. I am normally playing, not running. And you can also find me on Mondays over on the Starfield playing Werewolf the Apocalypse, where I basically play gay panic given human form.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Cassie, where can folks find you on the massive, massive interwebs?
Well, of course, I have social media. It's under Lady Vamp. That's the Instagram, that's the Twitters, that's the TikTokies. If I post, no, I didn't. As well as Tuesday nights with Sam, I'm over on ADH Adventures playing in D&D 5e actual play, as well as being in here on Wednesdays playing D&D 5e actual play, where I'm not a sweet little Southern belle that's totally not blocked out and repressed that she's a part of a cult, apparently.
A cult that
It's
sacrifices people
Yeah,
like
it's
me
fine.
and my family.
It's fine. I don't know, man. I'm just a baby.
Oh, if we ever
You
play
didn't
this
have
again,
anything to
you
do
will
with this.
hear all about it.
You guys did that. And I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Look, sometimes the best stories write themselves. It's great.
It's true.
You
It's
love to
true.
see it. Especially that happens a lot with, for some reason, Monster of the Week. It tends to happen a lot where people write their stories and it just so happens like several click together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is about this particular
Because
system
it's-
that does it.
Because it's tropey.
Yep. That's why I was
That's
like,
why.
oh, Sam, you're good with being on the trail of a cult. Because I actually forgot to mention, actually, no, you would never have realized why Alejandro looks familiar. But we'll revisit that if we ever come
I
back
was
to this.
probably on one of the victim sheets that you looked at.
Mhm.
I'd be dead. Sam, where can people find you on the massive, massive interwebs?
So as Cassie already said, you guys can find me over with ADH Adventures on Tuesday evenings and of course here on Wednesdays. I'm not in any real shows other than that at the moment. So if anyone's looking for an additional castmate on like say Mondays, I don't work that evening. So one thing I really do is run tech. So
No problem. Tech is important.
indeed.
We appreciate it.
And
Also,
if you want to find any of these people's socials, they are in our chat right now, along with our link tree that has all of our social media on it. And the biggest thing you can do for any content creator is to give them a follow. We would do this no matter what. It's something we enjoy. It's a hobby. But when you take that time to hit that follow button, it lets us know that someone else appreciated what we did. And that is the biggest serotonin boost you can give us. So if you can, give them a follow. If you can't, that's okay. Do what you have spoons for. Also, please do your best, if you can, to contribute to PCRF. We had some donations tonight. It was great. Thank you so much for that. Admiral, you're amazing. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to assume it's also from Cassie, too.
Of course. I mean, we have one bank account.
And but yes, so you guys please do your best to contribute. It's an amazing cause, and it's one of the few ways we're obviously hopefully going to get some help in there. If they can, they're going to try, and we just need to do what we can in any way we can. If you can't contribute, that's absolutely fine too. Do your best to share the link out. Do your best to share links out to the rest of our games for the rest of this week, as we're going to try and keep raising money for PCRF for the rest of the week. If we don't hit the $1,000 goal, I may just keep on trying to raise money because we're trying to hit $1,000 raised. So we will continue with that until we hit the $1,000 mark. But other than that, do your best to take care of yourselves, guys. Almost all of us went to Gen Con. Almost all of us got COVID. It is out there. It is prevalent. So, do what you can. Social distance where you can. Wear a mask when you can. And take care of yourselves, because at dinner again, we always save you a seat at the table. And we want you to be able to come to every session and every table that we do set up. And we need you to be healthy and safe to do that. So we love you guys very much. In the meantime, on all of our other social medias, we're going to bid you all a very, very good night and wish you a very, very good evening. Remember, on Friday, we have The Walking Dead coming back. And someone decided to do the gut smear technique and is currently in a herd of walkers that numbers in the hundreds.
Oh, jeez.
So, Coco, if you're listening, good luck, buddy.
You're going to need it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be
yes.
fun. But we're going to be doing that on Friday night starting at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Sunday morning, we have Crafty Mirage's Wild Beyond the Witchlight game of Light and Lost. We are officially in the Feywild, and we ran into robber bunny rabbits.
I'm sorry, what?
Always
Robber
bunny.
Bunny rabbits.
Stephen Buns.
Yep. They were trying to steal our fondest memories.
Sounds
At
about
least it's
right.
not bunicorns.
Bunnicorns. All right, so we're going to go ahead now on Twitch. We're going to raid out into someone else's show because we want to spread the love around and make sure everyone gets a chance to feel this good feeling. But on all of our other social medias, we're going to say good night to you. Thank you all so much, and we hope to see you next time. Have good night and be well.